PBKC, right here in West Palm Beach, Florida, 1111 North Congress Avenue, right across the street from the Palm Beach International Airport, from another live stream from right here at PBKC. My name is Mike Jameson, and again, my esteemed colleague, Mr. Noah Carbone.
How you doing today, Mike?
Everything's going well. What are we playing today?
What are we playing today? We are playing one of our games that plays regularly on Saturday. You can come in and register for it. It's a 5-5 Pot-Limit Omaha high only game. So this is out of your wheelhouse. You haven't seen this or been exposed to this. I know you saw some high-low before. This game, you could consider it volatile. Players start with 4 cards rather than 2 in Texas Hold'em, like they do in Texas Hold'em. You must use 2 in your hand and 3 on the board. Not like Hold'em, you can use 1 out of your hand, 2 out of your hand. You must use 2 out of your hand. So what happens is there's a lot of combinations that set up where people are either trying to make a hand or already have a hand, and money flies into the middle, and we see some pretty large pots. So you're going to see some chips flying today.
Should be very interesting, and let me run down all the people we have on the show today. Seat 1 is Rose. Doug is in seat number 2. Seat 3 is Aaron. Muffalo is in seat number 4. Bruce is in 5. Danelle is in seat number 6. Tommy is in seat number 7. Frank in seat 8. And Mike is in seat number 9. That is the cast of characters today as we play 5-5 Pot-Limit Omaha right here at PBKC.
And this game's an up-and-coming game. So, you know, we know the popularity of Texas Hold'em. It's 90% of all action. But Omaha's starting to get some legs. It's starting to find a larger holding. You know, we have this game. We have a high-low game. We have some other Omaha games. But the players have requested a 1-2 blind Pot-Limit Omaha High event. I'm sorry, Pot-Limit Omaha High game. And we're going to try to get that going on a regular basis as well. So we're excited to get some new games spread here at the Kennel Club. So if you're interested, just reach out, call in, put your name on interest list, and we'll try to get that going for you.
Yeah, SFLA Hawk said he can't wait to watch the wizardry of Frank in seat number 8. Must be a well-known person here. Good old Frank.
Frank's a wizard. I didn't know that.
Is he a wizard?
No.
Maybe he knows Harry Potter.
He may. Barefoot. We had a slight glitch in the audio yesterday at the worst time possible.
You guys missed out. You really did.
You missed out on it. It did happen as we led up to
fireworks.
There were fireworks, Maurice, and yeah, it went back and forth, and yeah, we missed it. But
Maurice and Corey, right?
Maurice and Corey.
Yeah, the two
Corey Zeidman. Super fun. Corey got knocked out shortly after. Maurice, I believe, I haven't seen the chip count.
He's actually leading the chip count.
Maurice is leading the chip count.
Maurice is leading the chip count. I posted that on our Twitter. Go to PBKC Poker Room. At PBKC Poker Room on Twitter, I posted the chip count from day 1.
You want to see a wizard, tune in tomorrow if he makes the final table, which we'll be streaming here live. Sometime mid-afternoon. Again, it's hard to set a set schedule for that, just for the fact that, you know, players returning, how fast they bust out, we don't always know. We thought it was going to be later in the evening. It will be sooner than that. It'll be late afternoon rather than early evening. But we'll as soon as we get a concise estimate, we'll put that out. Once again, there's a cone of uncertainty there that we can't exactly pinpoint. But
thanks, Steve Weagle.
No.
Yeah, what we'll do is about an hour before we think we're going to go live, I'll put it out on our social media. If you're not already following us on Facebook at PB Kennel Club, Instagram at PB Kennel Club, Twitter at PB Kennel Club, and we have our own Twitter page for the Poker Room at PBKC Poker Room.
I'm actually the Jim Cantore of poker.
Oh, you're Jim Cantore.
Yeah, where I go, that's where the action is going to happen.
Well, you're here, which obviously means the action is right
here. This is the epicenter of it. This is it. This is where the eye of the storm is passing through the Palm Beach Kennel Club today and tomorrow.
Okay, Noah Cantore Carbone.
That's me.
Okay, I like it.
So that means he's like one of the best.
It was getting good yesterday, barefoot when it went. But we'll have plenty of other content coming up. Corey will be back. Maurice will be back. We'll get him in a cash game or something. We'll do our best. So aces. So Omaha's a little funny. In Hold'em, aces are a huge favorite in Pot-Limit Omaha, they're less of a favorite. So you'll see the odds pop up, and this is very good for the viewer. So if you play Pot-Limit Omaha and you haven't seen the odds on certain hands, you get confused as to what hands are good holdings and what hands are good drawing cards. You could actually flop a very big hand and not be the favorite in the hand based on the holdings of the other player. So it's super interesting how it goes. It's a drawing game. They call it a drawing game. You flop it, you have a very good hand, and now you're trying to dodge all kinds of stuff coming from different directions and hoping certain cards don't hit. You're not looking for cards anymore.
Okay.
You're rooting against them.
Nice.
So we'll talk about that as the hands go on.
Yeah, Barefoot, it is as live as it gets right here. We're obviously on a 15-minute delay. We're broadcasting live. The players have already played these hands 15 minutes ago, but we are broadcasting live right here on our Twitch, twitch.tv at PBKC Poker.
So Rose wakes up with ace king. And that's a pretty strong hand, as you see. And she's up against another ace king, but the kings would be the difference there. And we're starting to get some money in. If you see players when they get holdings like that, so he raised on the button, Rose is coming over the top, put him to the test. Now we're starting to talk coin flip type stuff, 55-45. Get all your chips in there. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. 500.
And he can, and that's the thing about Omaha, because the margins are so small on some of these hands that it's going to be tough once you put in 100. I don't know if he'll be able to lay this one down, Donnell.
Hello.
And Rose, what a personality.
Oh,
She's
she
fun.
has, yeah, she is awesome.
She came in, I think she got her hair done. She got her makeup done. She came in. She comes in dressed to the nines every Saturday. She's in here. There she is. Super fun.
I don't know why you be in my pot.
Great personality.
That's
and,
good.
And as Noah said, we talked about doing this table. He said, this is Rose's table.
What's it say?
She runs
Why
this
are you in my pot? She says. So here we go. All right, see, now we flipped it a little bit. Now Donnell with the flush draw, he's taking the lead. Rose has a pair of kings, but she has to dodge stuff now. So let's see how it comes down. The seven's no help, and they're running it twice here, folks, just so you understand. So running it twice.
If you don't win the first one, that's straight up.
You know, why you slow rolling? I didn't see it. Yeah, you was really
Donnell, they're actually splitting this pot.
You know?
I'd rather take my time with my
They ran it twice. So what they do here, just so you understand, on these large pots, to reduce your variance as a player, so that you can't lose all your money. If you have equity, if you have 50% equity, if you run it once and you lose, you lost on a coin toss, you lose your whole stack.
Okay.
If you run it twice and you can make the best hand on either the top or the bottom, it reduces the variance, and now you have two shots at either making your hand or dodging all the stuff that you have to. And you'll learn this over time. I know you're just a little baby right now in the poker world.
We think I'll learn this over time.
Yeah,
That's what you
and
think.
I don't know what where you cap out at, but I'd like to believe that at some point you'll understand exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh, for sure. Give me about 5-10 years.
Okay.
SFLA Hawk, you and him are right on the same wavelength.
And he understands the variance. It helps the variance for sure. This is a high variance game, Pot-Limit Omaha. So what you'll see is if you sit down once and you have a losing session, that's not necessarily an indicator of whether you're a good player or not. You would obviously like to have won each session, but Omaha doesn't always lend to that. It doesn't lend to the best player winning or the best hand winning all the time.
And you're gonna have to come over here.
Hey, if you like the stream, mash that follow button.
Mash it.
Mash it, smash it.
That's what the cool kids say.
Follow us on Twitter. These videos will also be posted at YouTube, on YouTube.
Yeah, we should call the people from YouTube and get them over here.
They should be here.
Got some fans of Rose in the room already, and Jetta Rosa 10 loves Moofy. Talking about Muffalo, and I believe that's in seat number 4.
They're just having a little discussion about playing 10. They're just going to go ahead and play 9 right now and have a wait
Can we
list.
just deal them out real quick until we figure it out?
We have a new dealer now, Emily Jenkin. Emily's one of our favorite dealers. Got a lot of love on the show yesterday.
They're already. Yeah, every deal change with mom.
And we'll have a ton of personalities on here in the short, you know, getting everybody up to speed. There's some certain things that you have to do as a dealer in this game to ensure that the cards are read properly. So as we have a handful of dealers trained now, but as you see time go on, you'll see more dealers on there, be exposed to more personalities,
I can't even go. I can't even check my phone.
and watch the skills of our amazing dealers here at the Palm Beach Kennel Club.
Emily's been dealing, guys. I saw it on TV on the Hold'em. I know.
They're talking about watching Emily yesterday.
She's
Oh,
a
yesterday
superstar
was
now.
live.
She is.
Oh, yeah. It was a tournament.
That's Jay. Jay's a very popular player here. He plays in our larger Hold'em games, and Jay decided to poke his head in and maybe take a stab.
It's very popular. Everybody that's up there today playing is watching us now.
So there we go. Her hands weren't reading.
Just one, let me know. I'll go down.
So and the same thing applies to the player. So as the dealer has to do certain things, the players are also required to put their cards in the box so we could get the read and know the hands. We don't see what Jimmy has here. We don't see what Muffalo has here. So you know what? I'm going to use my poker intuition, try to guess at these hands. Watch this.
That's what you're going to have
This
to
is
do.
what I'm going to do. And I'm going to take the information that they're giving me with their betting patterns. And they're not even going to see it. And he just takes it down.
They
He
keep
probably had a
talking-
straight. I'm guessing
Probably.
straight.
Yeah, I would
Is that what
agree.
you would be your guess
Definitely,
also?
I think it was a straight. They're talking right now at the table, and one of the best things about this feed, you can actually hear the players, and we want you to hear the players because they are the star of the show, and we have so many great personalities here at PBKC. They're talking about phones, and when Noah was going over the rules and talking about phones, in seat 5, Bruce said,
Flip phone Bruce.
flip phone Bruce. He's an amazing man. There he is in seat 5. Always has a happy look on his face, and that is Bruce Lehrman of Palm Beach Gardens, nicknamed Doc.
Everybody was here.
He looks like he's probably a doctor. I'm
He's
going
a
to guess.
retired radiologist.
There you go. Nailed it. Like, you see, these are the reads, the soul reads that I get. I can look at somebody, hear their nickname, and clearly know what they've done for a living.
Exactly.
Like Trackman Mike, when you had the nickname Trackman.
Yeah.
I would say he works at a dog track or a horse
people
track.
thought that I was a runner. And I'm like,
Well,
yep,
they were way off.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm a runner, that's for sure. I'm only running when something's chasing me.
Brave men run in Mike's family.
Exactly.
All right, we got these multi-weight pots for some of these games, especially with Omaha. They get pretty big. I like Donnell's hand right now. Jack, 10-9. Rose, so she has 4 hearts in her hand, and as we covered earlier, you can only use 2 of the 4 hearts. So she's actually, it hurts her a little bit to have 4 of them because she can't get them on the board in order to make a flush. So add that to your poker knowledge, that the more, like if you were dealt 4 aces in your hand, that's actually worse than 2 aces in your hand, believe it or not.
I know.
So Jimmy flops a flush draw. Rose flops
Why you, what,
2 pair, and Donnell's right in there, coming from the back. And Jimmy turned a straight, and he has a flush draw. And Rose she's just coming right out. Jimmy has to go in, and he does.
Can we keep our whites or no?
And the white should not play here. They're going to discuss yet. They said Rose on it. Rose's game. She runs it. Keep the whites. White chips do not play in a 5-5 game. And Rose needs help here. And there's not much that could happen. And Jimmy's gonna scoop Douglas Fernandez, aka Jimmy.
Jimmy. Oh, okay.
That's it.
Yeah, you have me looking through. I'm like, who's Jimmy?
Did they have Jimmy there?
It has Douglas. Oh, Jimmy Bo Slice. That's what his name.
Jimbo Slice.
Jimbo Slice.
Remember, like Kimbo Slice, but Jimbo.
Oh, Jimbo Slice. I like it.
All right. So I think Jimbo's gonna, and if you watch the dealer, she's doing calculations for a side pot. If you haven't played poker a lot, for side pots, because it's not like you would see on old movies where, you know, somebody bets $500 and the other guy doesn't have $500 and he either has to put his watch in or go home.
Yeah.
It's not like that. So
No.
what you do is whatever you have, you can win that portion of the pot. So if you bet 500, I only had 100 left. I put my 100 in, you get your 400 back, and we just play for the 100.
I like
I'm not forced out per
Yeah.
se. Table stakes.
SFLA Hawk says, are they going to be playing for any props?
No, this game, from what I understand, I haven't seen him play any props. Props are popular, but I haven't seen any.
As a dealer, is this one of the tougher games to deal?
It's the second toughest. Pot-Limit Omaha high-low, where high wins half the pot and a low wins half the pot, is the toughest. This one would fall a little bit behind it. You have to be quick at reading hands. You know, that last hand, there was 2 boards, so you're reading 2 hands at once, and then each player is turning over 4 cards. So at one point, Emily's digesting 3-player hands, 4 cards each, 12 cards, plus the 2 boards of another 10 cards. I mean, it's a lot of cards and it's a lot of combinations. You have to be able to process information fast, and obviously Emily's pretty good at that.
She is.
Unknown, the unknown player. Unknown player in seat 10.
No.
And Rose with ace king again. Any ace. So a lot of Omaha players will play this game, not leave home without an ace. And Rose hasn't had that problem because she's been getting an ace every hand.
The unknown player, I like that, to put it on the board. Unknown. From parts unknown in seat number 10.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
6 players.
6 players.
Man.
It's hard to be a huge favorite when there's 6 players. And Donnell's 46%er right now. Frank won't put his cards on the reader. And there's the flop. Donnell flopped a nut flush draw. And Mufalo, he'll probably get involved with a worse flush draw. And that falls in the same thing. So
All in.
Donnell starts with the ace of clubs and a flush draw. You talk about don't leave home without an ace. Now, Mufalo's put money in with the jack-high flush draw. But he doesn't know how bad shape he's in, so it's a tough spot. Unknown. And unknown goes unknown.
Unknown.
Unknown. Oh, he's facing an all-in bet, and he does not call, right? No.
No, I should. You know, I should.
2 times.
Donnell, a.k.a. Big Mike.
All right, we're 50-50 now.
That's how many sixes is there in there?
All in for Muffalo and Big Mike.
And they ran it twice again.
Flush on the bottom.
And Donnell hits a flush on the bottom and a set on the top. Muflo makes a worse flush on the bottom and a pair of 7s on the top. So it's gonna be a scoop for Donnell.
Just down to fucking 6 on that board.
Donnell only came in with 500s, doing very well so far. And Rose is in seat number 1. She's from Maplewood, New Jersey, a.k.a. Lady King.
How you feeling, Donnell?
Jimbo Slice in seat number 2. A.A. Ron is in seat number 3. Seat number 3 again is A.A. Ron. Mufalo in seat number 4. Seat 5, that is the Doc flip phone. The 6 is Donnell, a.k.a. Big Mike. Seat 7 is Tommy.
You're definitely heading
Got
in the
Frank
right
in seat 8 and Mike in seat 9. And we're looking to get the information on seat number 10 right now.
That's Muffalo.
Unknown.
Unknown. From parts. Unknown.
Good to see you again, Poker Joker 305.
Yeah, Brian, can you get married?
No, C3 is Newman. I like that.
Hello, Newman.
Ronell's winning too much.
Hello, Jerry.
You see, you know, this is what we talk about when players get on stream, and this is the way it typically looks even downstairs. They're not putting on an act. They're having fun. They genuinely enjoy showing up here on Saturday. They know it's consistent. Their game's going. They come in. They have fun. It's pretty good.
Yeah. Poker Joker says, really nice yesterday playing cash, having a live stream on the TVs. Thought it was really cool. Thanks a lot, Poker Joker. We're doing the same thing right now.
Hey, don't forget about that satellite run. What time's that at? 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock, just a little over an hour away.
5 seats added to the main.
5 seats added to the main.
That's added again.
Added.
That's
okay,
not.
We're going to go over this again.
Okay, so added would be however many seats the satellite generates.
Okay.
The Kennel Club is adding 5 seats
Adding
to
5
that number.
seats. Okay.
So if we get 12 people to play,
Okay.
that would typically generate 1 seat.
Okay.
5 seats added. How many would that make?
That equals 6 seats.
That is
Noah.
6 seats. 50% of the players would have gotten seats. So 5 seats added, great value. If you haven't played already, if you didn't make day 2 yet, come on down, 2 o'clock, satellite for the main.
$130 buy-in, you can't beat it. You know who actually in seat 9, Mike?
Oh, here we go.
Oh, okay.
The wine glasses have shown.
Okay. Let's kick it up a
Wow.
notch.
Yeah.
Mike in seat 9 is Team Zone Out. I'm pretty sure it's Team Zone Out was a gentleman who was in our chat yesterday and said he really wanted to play on the live stream. So
And now he's here.
If that's Team Zone Out, then I hope he's having a great time. He went from the chat to the big time.
He has a plan, he has a vision, and here we are, just like that. He makes it happen. This guy makes it happen. If you want to do the same thing, you'll start seeing follow our Twitter.
Yeah.
You'll see when we're filling games and we're taking wait lists for games. Typically, our schedule will look like Wednesday afternoon, Friday afternoon, maybe Friday evening, and then Saturday. So it's going to be a ton of content. It's going to be great content. Turn it on while you're around the house. You can listen in. If you can't make it, watch it later, just like the other 3,000 viewers that watched the first show we put on.
It's great to watch at work too. That's one of the best parts about it. You know, put the AirPods in or put the headphones on. Watch it at work. Watch it at your desk.
Right. If you're a student of the game or you just love the personalities, this is where you need to be. So players are. Newman needs to help us out a little bit. Throws cards on the reader. So I'm going to use my intuition again.
Newman. SFLA Hawk said he'd love to play today, but he's a little under the weather. I am too, SFLA Hawk. Fighting something. I think a cold is going around here right now.
So Newman's facing another 320 to call. Frank raised, but again, we're speculating on hand. So okay, so let's use my. I'm going to think Frank. Newman has some kind of mid-flush draw. I'm guessing.
Okay.
Mid-range flush draw, and I think Frank's going to have either 2 pair kings, top 2, and a bad flush draw, or the full wrap straight draw, one or the other. So let's see what happens here.
So
Hopefully he gets it in.
Neither one of them have their cards in the square.
Correct. Okay, so here he goes. So we'll see the hands either way, and I'll throw it in there.
2 times.
They're going to run it twice. Hopefully we get to see the hands.
We're going to run it twice, and we have no idea
We
what
have
they're running.
no. There it is.
Yep.
And there's an ace and a 10. Okay, so let's see what they actually do turn up. Remember, I had there's the ace high. He had the nut flush draw, and he had kings and 9s with the nut flush draw, which I didn't put him on, but I did put him on kings and 9s with the flush draw, so I was close. And Newman had the full wrap straight possibility.
That's exactly what I thought he had. I'll be honest with
Very, very close. So the combination, we nailed it, Mike. We crushed it.
I knew what AA Ron had. I knew what he was working with.
Using-
I knew what Fish Frank was working with also.
So that gives you an idea of how the players think when they're playing deductions. You start deducting what hands people could be holding, what combinations they'd be holding. You try to take the information they give you with their betting patterns, if they're betting certain amounts or they're betting too much or too little. You try to digest that information. The best players I've seen at doing it do it effortlessly. They basically are gathering information just by watching the game and how it plays out, and they don't even know the information that they're gathering, but somewhere in the back of their recesses of their mind, they're putting things together that they're seeing certain patterns and they remember it.
Do you remember at one point you said it might be fun to do a telecast and a live stream where we can't see their cards and you guys would just
there
guess
it
at
is. Yeah. No, it's a lot of fun. I do believe I think there is something for that. And I think what we would do is, I think we have a player like Zen, who finished at the final table of World Series Poker. We would have him come in, and sit down, not see the cards, and dig into his mind.
I would like that. I think the viewers would like that too.
That would be super interesting. That's where I learn the most. Actually, when I do watch these streams, or the ESPN on ESPN, the World Series Poker, I actually try to cover up the cards and try to put people on hands and figure out what they have. It's not about just making hands and having cards and getting lucky. If you could figure out what somebody else has, then you're way ahead of the curve. The best player ever to do it, I believe, Daniel Negreanu. Kid Poker, absolutely amazing, almost ridiculous what he can do. Call the cards.
7 players.
Better than anyone I've ever seen. So we got a multi-way pot.
And AA Ron still isn't putting his cards in the box.
Yeah, come on,
Put them in the
Newman.
box, AA Ron.
That's 280.
Everything that's happening right now is 15 minutes ago, so it's not like we could just yell over to him. Unless he's going to get in his time machine and go back to the future. Pot is 560 in this hand.
And she said it. She said, the car behind you knew that I was pulling you over. I didn't even turn my lights on. They just moved out the way. And I saw them move out the way.
Donnell's talking about, he said on his way here, he was running a little late and he got stopped, but he got out of the ticket. That's what he was explaining right there. When he was talking earlier about getting stopped, I think he got stopped by a female police officer, and of course Rose had to ask, did you get her number? This is a fun group, it really is.
Lil Wayne has a song about that.
Yeah. Man, I can't believe you knew that now.
Oh, I'm well versed, Mike. You're talking Jim Taylor. I went to a Lil Wayne concert over here in West Palm.
Did you really?
It was off the chain.
Nice. I don't think they say that anymore.
All right, well, it was for me.
Yeah.
But he's quite a showman.
Yeah, we have a lot of different music tastes here. As Noah probably remembers, I was a hip-hop DJ for 12 years, too, so.
You
remember that?
I do remember we used to call in and get our
get
a request in.
Yeah, I remember.
We get a shout out.
Get a shout out.
Shout out to Michael Glenn.
You know, Donnell only started with 500, and he's been doing very well so far.
And this game, it ebbs and flows pretty fast. It's like a tide coming in and coming out.
Straddle for 25.
You're listening to the dealer. That is Emily. One of our favorite dealers.
Announcing the action. They are straddling for 25. So as more chips get on the table. So here's what happens. So if you come in and sit down with 500, and you happen to get unlucky and get felted, you lose your 500, then you come back for more. Table stakes dictates that no money could come off the table, so somebody has that 500 now. So as 500 or 1,000, 500, 1,000. So as those numbers, the rebuys come in, they end up in stacks. So the stacks get bigger, and as the stacks get bigger, the game gets bigger.
Nice.
So the longer the game runs, the bigger the game.
Yeah.
Fold. Call.
Is it Muffalo or is it Muffalo?
It's Muffalo.
Muffalo.
Yeah, and I'm not sure about the spelling of Muffalo.
Well, he's obviously
I would guess
fan of the Muffalo Bills, it looks like.
Right.
There's a lot of Bills fans around,
Check.
There are. And then they're in a good spot right now.
for sure.
100 is the bet.
And Muffalo
Fold.
spent out with his jacks. And Mike has a lot of outs.
Fold.
And everybody folds around to Donnell, and Donnell takes another one. And that plays into it too. So as Donnell's stack gets bigger, now he's putting you to the test a little bit more, and you're like, maybe I should not go up against him. He's going to take my whole entire stack. He'll pick on the littler, the smaller stacks, and try to chip away at them. Or what'll happen is if you get far enough ahead, there's actually a strategy where you're trying to coin flip them to death. So say you came in and he has $1,000. Okay. If Donnell has 1,000, you have 100. Okay.
Okay.
So he tries to get you in any 50-50 situation, or even if you're 60 favorite and he's 40, he tries to get your 100 in there. Okay. So you win that one. Now you have 200, and he has 900, and then he does it again. So the odds eventually say that you're going to lose one of those. He has your whole stack, and now you have to start over. So he'll use that to an extent at some point, where he'll try to put the pressure on you and coin flip you to where he's putting you to test for all your chips, even if he's a little bit behind, especially in this game. It's definitely a strategy.
Oh, for sure.
And again, with 4 cards, you never see any hands that are way ahead. Donnell just lets that one go. And any blind, you almost protect any blind in this. You'd have to have a terrible, terrible hand not to defend your blind. And he does. And that's why. So Mike starts with ace, king, queen 10, which is way better to start with 10, 7, 5, 4. But then a flop comes out, and now he's a 77% favorite.
Wow.
Oh, tell him, Mary. Tell him, Mary.
And Tommy is under the gun, as you see the UTG. And
Tommy Gun.
I even know what that means now. That's Tommy Gun.
Tommy under the gun.
And that's Mike Team Zone Out from our broadcast yesterday, who was in the chat room here. And you can be a part of our live stream too. Starting next week, we're probably going to have a sign-up sheet somewhere online. You could always inquire here at the host desk right here at PBKC. Contact us online, and we'll get you on this live stream.
Under the gun?
We're gonna freak out Tommy if we do it together.
Straddle for 10.
I'll swear out on you, motherfucker.
Grandma would like that.
Old school, just
10 to call.
don't get me fucking started, right?
Chatter. Chattering it up a little bit. Oh. Rose.
Fold.
Rose not happy with those cards. She calls them garbage and smacks them and slides them into the dealer.
Call. 60. That's what you want.
Newman getting involved with king, queen, jack, 6.
Hi, Flocka.
This is the dream. This is the dream.
What would be the best hand, Mike? If you had to pick the hand for this game based on what you know right now, what 4 cards would you like to start with?
Well, because of the fact that you can't have 4 of the same suit.
You can have 4,
Okay,
but you
yes.
can't use 4.
But you can't use
Okay.
4. So
You want wine?
what I want,
What would you want?
the face cards, all without the same suit.
No, wait, you don't want aces?
No, yeah, I mean aces, kings, queens,
Okay.
jacks,
Check.
all different
Name your
suits.
4 favorite cards for this game.
That's 75.
Ace of spades,
Yeah,
king of hearts,
Yeah.
Queen of
whatever.
whatever,
Yeah.
and then jack of the other.
You want one of each suit?
Yeah, I do.
You can't make a flush then.
So you're confusing me again.
Right.
This
So
game
you need
is
to
not
use 2 in
easy.
your hand.
Okay.
So ideally, the hand that you're looking for is, it's called aces double suited. So you would
Okay.
start with 2 aces
Okay.
and then 2 other cards, which would optimally be the king and the queen that match the aces. So if
Okay.
you have ace of hearts, ace of clubs, king of hearts,
Yeah.
queen of clubs, let's get some money in
Yeah.
there.
Let's get
So
some money.
you're starting with aces,
Straddle for 15.
and there it is. See, South Florida Hawk,
See,
ace.
South Florida Hawk and you are on the same
We are.
wavelength.
We're the same player.
Are you South Florida Hawk?
I am. We're the same person, but if you're around the game, you understand that to be the hand, and maybe we'll get one of those, and you'll watch some money. You try to get as much money as possible in there, and you're still only a marginal favorite, but it's the best hand to start with.
Yeah, the one thing we can promise you here at PBKC, even if you're a novice player like I am, you can come in here and have a good time. And that's one of the things I learned when I first started coming to the poker room beginning of the year this year, is that it was overwhelming and it was kind of nervous going in there. But, you know, the people in the poker room here at PBKC, the dealers, the staff, the players, they're all great people.
Right, and if you haven't played before, or if you want to try a different game, stop in, talk to the floor supervisors, say, hey, I'm interested in learning this game. We'll get you a dealer, we'll get you a table, we'll sit you down, and we'll run you through it. We'll give you as much information as possible.
For sure. Someday, what I would like to start here, and this is in the future, obviously, we've got a lot of stuff going on right now, but beginners type games, that kind of stuff, beginners tournaments, those kind of things. So if you're watching here, you have no idea what they're doing.
Right.
Like I don't, come on by and we'll help
We could
you
do
out.
a viewer event for anybody who's a viewer who
Exactly.
follows the stream. We'll get them in a game, all the viewers. It would be a fun thing for sure.
We can do all those things. It'd be great. Aaron's now putting his cards in the box, and he's doing pretty well.
Tournament?
Yeah, it's definitely a factor that you will get luckier if you put your cards in the box rather than
that's a known thing with us. So Aaron found the box, and right now he's at 83%.
Very good, Brian. Very good.
Pot's only $165.
And if you see that, you see on the right-hand side there, the pot size, the flop.
Is it good?
Oh, Rose says.
No, it's super strong.
Best coffee ever.
I mean,
Aaron says his nickname is Poker Player. I don't know if that's a real nickname.
I got a million pairs.
Lady King is in seat 1. That is Rose. This is her table.
Clearly. See?
On Sunday.
There's Rose trying to use the one card. Now remember, we told you have to use two.
Yeah.
She's trying to take her king and say, look, it's a straight. Like, make it work and jam it in there.
Alan, you got one?
Whenever you hear, you don't hear Noah for a couple of minutes, you know Noah's working. That's the thing. He's always working here at PBKC, and he's always busy doing something. That's why if you hear me for long periods of time by myself, you'll know that he's just taking care of business. TCB.
Multitask, I call it.
Exactly.
It's my forte.
25 to call.
I thought Jimmy was going to pass out when he heard
He didn't think that was, he didn't find it. We're always moving. Jimmy moves pretty fast himself.
Oh, he does.
Jimmy from Poker Executives running the event here this weekend that everybody loves when they come to town. Keep an eye on our schedule. We're trying to set the next one up for late November, so that should make for a pretty fun event.
We'll let you know first.
Call.
He's talking about that 2 p.m. mega satellite.
5 added seats.
5 added seats.
That's not guaranteed seats. That's added.
That's added. That's 5 added seats. So however many seats we give away, depending on how many people enter, we're going to give away 5 added seats.
Yeah, he's off the list.
Computer's working extra hard today.
It is. All these cards, the information.
Because he couldn't play.
He ended up texting Rose like
That was very unrespectful. I'm like, where did he get that word?
And we're going in heads up.
In the dirtiest way possible, it's going to come in.
And if you look at the odds, so the odds were based on pre-flop, based on the cards that were folded. If you didn't know the other cards, the odds wouldn't have been ace, king, 4 deuce, would not have been behind queen, jack. But just because of the cards that were discarded and folded.
Jimbo Slice all in right now.
How dare you pot this?
It's going to be dirty. It's going to be dirty.
Jimbo Slice and Tommy Gun, a.k.a. Moon Boy.
All right, fair.
Not fair.
What is?
And then there's Jimmy makes a flush on the bottom. Jimbo Slice
Oh, Nice move, Jimbo.
And on a bottom, he makes
Is that why
he makes 2 flushes, I believe.
Before, because he knew the flush draw was coming.
He had 3 over.
He didn't want to expose it, and then he had to
So it gets a little tricky when you run it twice to see both
I want
flops.
the world to see how you play.
And it was actually looked like a 3/4 situation is what it ended up being.
That's correct. All right, guys, we got Jimmy. Thank you. Jimmy, I'm sorry. Brian, I was looking at Jimmy.
Yeah, we have great dealers here at PBKC.
You guys are speculative.
The
No
best.
idea. I have no idea how Emily's handling this table right now. As the day goes on, I just feel like the personalities are going to come out full effect on this table.
Oh yeah, the wine being the catalyst. Once the wine gets going a little bit, that tends to bring out the personalities.
Exactly.
Whether that's a good thing or bad thing, we don't know yet.
Jimmy Sommerfeld was walking around. That's people just come by and they just like watch us talk, and all we can hope is that we're not offending anybody that's standing behind us.
No, it's all in good fun.
Yeah, we haven't. I don't think we've offended many people on this broadcast
No.
yet. We're just getting started, though.
I mean, we get it back a little bit in the chat. The chat throws a couple things at us. Somebody made a mayonnaise comment last week.
Oh yeah, I'll never forget that.
That was strong move.
New dealer is BG Brian Gelrod.
Have you seen Brian a couple times?
He's no Emily, I can tell you that.
What I need? Some of that?
Rose not putting her cards where we need them, so we're gonna let's let Rose and try to figure out what she has. All right, now we're getting cards, but Rose just she's not there. We have a multi-way pot.
225.
$225 to go. Like I said, the game starts getting big in a hurry. Rose in. We don't know what she has, so I'm going to tell you what Rose has. Rose has is Rose would have at this moment.
Rose, let's see what Rose has.
Halves, which means I think she's going to split the pot. I think she's got a 10s and 6s. She got a full house now. Look, you see,
Lady King and Big Mike right now.
I'm guessing. Big Mike makes trip 4s, backs into trip 4s on the top.
Certainly looks like a move. That could be.
And she, uh-oh, Rose was looking for a straight. Wow. And he has it twice. He actually, he made a full house on the top and a full house on the bottom.
Big Mike needs to get stopped every day. He's having a great day here.
Wee.
You got him?
That is Donnell right there. His nickname is Big Mike. He is actually a mechanic. Is that what it says? Hold
I
on.
never met a guy whose nickname starts with big, who doesn't have like huge biceps.
Yeah. Well, no, actually, he's not a mechanic. He's an engineer. His favorite quote, get this, I'm all in and you're all out. I like it.
And they're enjoying fine beverages here at the Kennel Club.
And listen to Rose's favorite quote.
Let's hear it.
This is getting better as time goes. Glass is always half full. I like it.
You like that one?
Is this about wine? That's what she's talking about? And
Her glass typically is half full, yeah, because when it starts getting below that, she fills it back up.
exactly. I see
Looks
that.
like $10. We have a live $10 strap. That's beautiful.
Douglas,
10 to call.
Jimbo slice.
Hey, you know some of these players. You're confusing me sometimes with the nicknames because I'm looking at Jimbo. His name is Douglas Fernandez.
Mm-hmm.
His hobbies include exercising. His occupation is taxes. So he's a guy you don't really want to see at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, you were good. You were 100% correct.
Fucking Matt Lizard.
There you are.
Seat 9. Anybody get his ID?
No.
Can't be much
Still-
over
he's still
20,
unknown.
21 or seat 8. Can't be much more than 22.
Okay. Three-way action. Got check dark.
This hand we have Big Mike, Tommy Gun, and Frank the Tank.
Oh, you know what's going on right now? Okay.
Donnell, our engineer from right here in West Palm Beach, is doing well so far today. Now it's between Big Mike and Tommy Gun. Pot is $310 right now.
We are at 500.
They're getting some in there now.
Got him.
Young Tommy.
Fucking rainbow is all done out.
If he calls, he has a large
Here comes the moon.
pair.
Here comes
Not theoretically speaking, large pair, like actually has 2 large cards.
Here we go about the large pair again.
No, it's like,
This is a family show, Noah.
Respect the board.
okay, aces, kings, or queens.
Okay,
How about
thank
that?
you.
Is that
That's
better?
better.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
better.
I don't want people to try to figure out. That's what I'm guessing he has in this spot, and I think he's still good. I'm Donnell, and he calls that. That's what I'm thinking. He doesn't. Donnell had 2 pair, and we'll never know ever. We will never ever know. Wait,
never know.
based on he said, yeah,
Yeah, I thought I did. I thought I did.
All done out. That is fucking.
I thought I did.
Tell me.
So you see how he's like I alluded to earlier that Donnell was going to start putting him to the test, and he is. He's starting to make wagers large enough that even if you're 50-50, you don't want to put your whole stack in. It's only a small portion of his stack, but he's starting to put him to the test. So that's at some point somebody's going to have enough of it.
Yeah.
I'm fed up.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's get it in.
One thing I'm learning very quickly here is there's usually at least one person at the table that is way more aggressive, that needs somebody to come up and challenge them, and obviously that's Big Mike today.
Right, and aggression comes from, aggression perpetuates itself. If you start getting a couple hands and you start accumulating some chips, sometimes that dictates even a player who typically isn't aggressive ends up being aggressive just by the way the cards are falling and them accumulating chips.
Yeah, it's going to be 100. 100.
Big Mike's in another hand right here.
He says, you better believe me this time. I didn't have it last time, but you can't figure that out because I'm putting you to test for all your chips. I can't get young Tommy to. And he did 4-bet it.
There's a call. He's got a fold.
Buffalo, Big Mike, and Tommy Gun.
So Tommy Gun.
Cray says, let's go Big Mike.
Three-way action.
All right. Again, we don't know what Tommy Gun has,
That is a
but he has position on Big Mike, so he gets to act after Big Mike, which is when somebody starts amassing a stack of chips, you want to be on their left-hand side. You don't want to be on their right, because what would happen is every time you put money in, he comes over the top of you,
200.
and now you got to put more money in or get out. So Tommy Gun's in a better spot than anybody at the table.
Wish we knew what Tommy had right now. Can't give out any percentages because we have no idea what Tommy
No.
Gun has. Find the box, Tommy.
Easy, Mike.
Oh, let's just see if he has a big pair or not there, Noah. I think 1 million people on this earth have the nickname Big Mike. I've been called Big Mike before too. There's a lot of guys named Mike out there, I guess.
I started buying it, so I'll take a break after this.
He's shacking the turn, buddy.
And Tommy takes down that pot. The Tommy Gun. We have no idea what he had, but the Tommy Gun took down that pot, Noah.
Clearly had a big pair.
I got the 2 point jump.
Rose is showing
Oh, come on, Rose.
flexing with all the gold today.
I got a restraddle here.
The Mrs. T starter kit. She has like tons of chain.
Mrs. T. I like that. I'm going to tell her you said that.
She'll love it.
Oh, I don't know about that.
She has a lot of gold on today.
All right, looks like 25 to call.
Rose, the Lady King, is a very classy lady from Maplewood, New Jersey. She is a nursing administrator. And this is her table right here.
This is where you can find her on a Saturday, you know, especially with all, you know, in light of what's happened and everything in the past 18 months. I'm sure she's been pretty busy.
Yeah.
Maybe a little stressed or whatever, but, you know, she comes in here Saturdays. You get the little Omaha game going, the wine flowing a little bit. Always seems to be in a bright, cheery mood. So, you know, that's a lot about what the Kennel Club is. Come over and play a little, splash around a little bit,
Especially
have
if you
some
haven't
fun.
been out. I mean, so many people were locked in their house playing online poker. I don't know a lot about online poker. I just know it doesn't equate at all to what we can do here.
No,
It's just not
no.
that fun.
Right, and if you played online poker, or played with your friends, or you know, it's the social aspect of the game is what I find most interesting.
I never believed anybody about the social aspect till I sat by a couple of tables here in the tournament section, and just the friendships, the camaraderie, and just a bunch of people getting together and hanging out, playing some cards.
So they're running 2 full boards this time.
Tommy Gunn and A.A. Ron.
Newman, he had a lot of opportunity, just didn't get any cards that he needed. And that's the way this game plays. It's like, man, like you're putting out, there's 10 cards on the board, and I got 4 in my hand. I got 14 cards, and I can't beat you on anything.
Yeah.
And he's looking. He's like, maybe, like, let me take another look. No, still not there. All right, let me look at my wallet.
The viewers. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Come on, human.
So this game, you could consider more tilty than Texas Hold'em. Texas Hold'em, you have advantage, but you know, if you have aces and you know, or you have ace king, somebody has 9s, and you know, you don't get there, one thing. In this game, you could really get the percentages in your favor after the flop, where you could be like 80% favorite and just miss everything, and then the other person tells you nice hand and they take the pot.
25. Cheers.
I'd like to thank everybody for watching our live stream today. We plan on doing these live streams weekly on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays in the afternoon. Maybe some nights too in there also.
Hey, if you see the Nightbot moderated South Florida Hawk,
Man,
you just say the same thing without the caps.
exactly. South Florida Hawk, man, I'm sorry. Nightbot's on you, man. Same thing happened to Scuba Vet yesterday.
He says rebuy, Newman. All right, Bruce with ace king.
Yeah,
Did
Newman
Bruce?
is back in.
Heads up.
Did he just folded ace king suited with pocket 5s?
I don't know if he's going to want to watch the replay of this.
Uh,
70 is the bet.
if it was correct, it said he had ace king suited with pocket 5s. It's a playable hand. I mean, maybe not for him. Maybe he's waiting for the. What hand might he be waiting for? Is he waiting for the best hand?
Yeah, he is.
What is it?
Hold on 1 second.
No scrolling back.
Damn it.
Ace double suited.
Ace doubles. No, that's what I was going to say. Ace
Ace
double
ace
suited.
king queen double suited.
That's like the best hand here. And we're playing 5-5 Pot-Limit Omaha cash game on a Saturday here. Rose's table is right now on the live stream right here on Twitch.
So, if you haven't played before, so you would think, oh, let me wait for aces double suited aces, ace king queen double suited. You say, let me wait for it. You can't though. What would be the reason behind that, Mike? Let's see. Why can't you just sit there and wait for that?
Just don't, you really don't have the time to wait for it.
No, you have forever. Let's say we have forever.
Um,
The blinds get you.
well, of course they
Eventually,
do.
you have to
Yeah.
pay 5, and then you got to
Sooner or
fold.
later.
You got to pay 5, and you got to fold. So eventually, That's what the blinds are intended to do
Yeah, you can't just
to
sit there the whole time.
stimulate action. Eventually, you're going to have to get involved.
As a player, whether I'm gambling on horses, dogs, whatever I'm betting on, I have absolutely no patience. That's why poker is not my virtue.
Right, and that's where the social aspect comes in. So if you're waiting, you're getting a hand every 2 minutes. That time needs to be filled with something. And you see players do it different ways. Some players just listen to music or watch videos on their phone or
This is a big hand.
watch sports. We are developing big hand. Let's go ahead and take a pulse.
Pot's over 1,000.
So 1.3K, Aaron in for 495, Rose in for 465. Donnell with his stack is getting involved. I'm guessing. It's 470 more to go.
Newman's not going to be very happy about this. I have a feeling.
And he's in. He's like, this is where he can. He's only putting in 495 right now. Tommy.
This one's 9, B. This one's 9.
Hey,
Rose wants his hand bad.
500 right now.
We got,
So we have
and Frank, Mike, Donnell, Rose, and Aaron are all involved. Mike at a 54% chance. You can have Mike. I'll take the rest.
Come on, Brian.
Easily the most exciting hand of the day so far.
It is.
I don't want to see him
And 54% with, you got to dodge a lot of stuff. And this is going to change in a hurry. I'm going to take Rose at 8%, might even be the favorite here. Watch what happens.
Good luck, Rose.
Good luck, Rose, she says. She's cheering for,
The Lady King.
come on, B.
This is her table.
She tells the dealer B. He's not calling him a B. That's his initial, so it's Brian.
Is she calling him a B?
Listen, B.
We know him very well. She could call him B.
All right, so now Mike's at 50%. Oh. I mean, Donnell just fires right at it. And Frank's at 4%. There's nothing. He's in bad shape. He can't possibly call this. And it gets frustrating because, you know, you just put in 400 plus,
Yeah.
and now you missed. And now you got to just fold. So I'm sure he can't be pleased. But you can't let your pride get in there where you're like, I got to defend the rest of my money.
Yeah.
If you lose, you lose. That's
Yeah, I'm very vengeful. That's why. I
like, you
wouldn't
know what?
do
You're
that.
not going to do this to me. Here, let me shove the rest of my money. And he mucks. He does. And Mike's
Man, the Lady King, she is on fire.
and he does. So Mike's in. Rose doesn't know where she's at right now. She did see the cards, and she will see the cards one day.
Okay, we got Team Zone out. We got Big Mike.
Just tell me that's
We got
Rose.
the Lady King.
And the rich get richer, Mike.
Here we go.
All right, I'm gonna have to see these two though. They have a side. They have a side. You're in for the two here.
All right, so we have two boards.
Yeah, I got straight.
He has straight, he says.
Wow.
With the 9, 10, you have the 24. 24 is actually
Hand of the day right here.
you guys are gonna chop.
So you see him taking her bets back. That's just, they split that. They each,
You're in for the okay.
They're straights, right?
All right. Yep.
yeah, and Big Mike's trying to figure out
You don't have a freaking hair.
No, what you got?
how Mike the Unknown gets involved in that hand.
I got to mention that BG, Brian Gelrad's doing a great job right here.
He is. There's a lot that goes into it. There's a lot of math involved. That's one of the skills that we look for in a dealer is some math. Be able to do math in your head because you're calculating pots and side pots and who gets what. If you mess it up, they'll let you know.
Billy, Flocka. Man, B, what the hell? B, you didn't even try.
Too much pressure. It was a lot of pressure.
Well, Rose looking good, even losing.
The pressure was
Wow.
intense.
Like Brian is saying, that was intense. It really was.
I felt you didn't even try there.
Oh no, I definitely.
She's getting on Brian.
She is, and
Trust me.
The best I could without looking. I think I did.
that's part of the entertainment. She gets to do that a little bit.
She does. It's her
Try to
table.
keep it in reason.
I looked after you made it.
Say, hey, I was looking for a card. You didn't help me out. No harm there. Stay away from the direct insults. Talking about his hair or whatever.
Yeah.
No, sorry.
See, every time you talk about his hair, you're talking about my hair too. We go to the same barber. At home. Yeah, SFLA Hawk. The action is heating up now. That was easily the hand of the day so far.
Cray75 says yes.
Tough crowd now.
Big
Tough
Mike
crowd
fan?
now.
Yeah, I believe Cray was rooting for Big Mike. That's our engineer from right here in West Palm Beach.
And if you haven't liked us and followed us, go ahead and hit that now so you know when we're going live.
Don't just hit it, mash it.
Smash it, mash it.
I like to make it tender now, so it's tight a little bit.
I can't look at my phone.
And we're playing 5-5 Pot-Limit Omaha live stream right here at PBKC. We started about an hour ago. It's been a fun stream so far right here at PBKC.
Doc's not getting involved a lot, and he folded that other hand with ace king and pair of pocket fives.
That is our retired radiologist, Doc. It's in seat 5. Bruce Lehrman's his actual name. He's from Palm Beach Gardens.
They call me Bruce.
His favorite quote, "I only play aces."
I believe it, Mike.
I like this guy, I really do.
Is it
Seems like
really?
a really nice guy.
Is that what it is?
That's what he says. He says, "I only play aces."
I got to see that.
No, you don't believe me.
So well, I'm making all these comments about why he's not playing the other hands. He's waiting for aces.
Yeah, he's waiting for aces.
Rose
Now
has
we
eight.
know.
Rose wakes up with aces here.
He seems like a guy with a lot of patience. He's a former radiologist.
I see what you did there, Mike.
Yeah, you see that?
A
He has
radiologist with a lot of patience.
patience. Whoa. This is where we need the sound effects machine. Yeah.
All right, Bruce. Okay, so Bruce has kings. He not only plays aces, he plays kings.
Nice.
But he's up against Rose's aces, and he's not going to be pleased about that.
Bruce has a flip phone, and I respect him for that.
Yeah, well, so somebody shows up as a flip phone. I go through a couple things. Not much to, maybe a little frugal, maybe not a gambler of nature. So you start to get these ideas. Somebody pulls out a flip phone. But yeah, this guy doesn't spew money everywhere. He's a little conservative. You're absolutely conservative if you have a flip phone at this point.
Of course you are.
Yeah. Either way, what do you have?
It seems like he's enjoying his retired life.
He
comes
is.
to PBKC.
He does. He's like,
Plays
yeah.
poker with his friends. I mean, it's a great life. Living out his golden years.
Let's see how golden his flop is for Bruce here.
Oh, the Doc.
Oh, he spikes to 10.
Man.
So it's weird. So not weird, but Rose starts with aces. He starts with kings, but then he hits his dangler. We'll call it a dangler. His 10. He spikes his 10 and he makes a 3 of a kind.
Bruce is very
And here
meticulous.
we are. And Rose can't. That's the thing about the game. She's gonna be like, what? How do you what, Bruce? How do you have that 10?
Yeah, she's going to get on him.
She's like, that. What are you doing, Bruce?
Doc is all in.
How did I know? Ah, that's good.
She needs an ace.
Oh, baby.
Boop boop. So Bruce thinking he's good with kings. Rose has aces, but his 10 is good. And that's his game.
We're talking about Moofy here in the chat. F Flock and Jetta Rosa 10. Moofy's waiting until he gets 10 glasses of wine on him. We got some Moofaloo fans here.
I think Flock, F Flock, I think he plays in this game.
I can see that.
Maybe.
If
There's
you-
a flock that does.
If you
Check
do
in if
wanna
you do.
play, yeah, if you do want to play, we're gonna have a sign-up sheet probably starting next week on all of our social media. You got to follow us on Twitter at PBKC Poker Room. So many messages deleted.
You have to get crazy with the caps and spam.
Yeah, we're not seeing those
16
right now.
messages deleted by the moderator.
Man,
Yeah, the caps. Go ahead and capitalize names.
out of town. Yeah, F Flock's out of
F
town
Flock.
right now.
He is.
10 to call. 10 to call. Harry, I'm lazy. Can you give me that wine?
Top set right now.
Yeah, we're going up. Top set, top set.
Yeah, top set. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, SFLA Hawk said you can't type in all caps.
We'll get that moderator straightened out, that night bot.
I like that though, dry snake. 40. That wasn't even dry snake. That was straight white snake.
So Donnell, his
Big
chip
Mike.
stack is now 3.2K.
He only started with 500 too. He's done very well today.
Yeah, he's ran pretty well. So he only has to get a little concerned if somebody else gets a stack equal, and then you try to maybe stay out of each other's way.
Big Mike and team zone out in this hand. Zone out, as we said, was in the chat yesterday, asking how he could play, and now he's in the game.
90 is the bet. 90. Call.
So Donnell's looking for the flush. Mike's got top 2 pair, aces and kings, with a flush draw as well.
That was his invitation.
Donnell needs a club or a deuce.
235 is the bet.
So we get a lot of invites to home games.
235.
Or an 8. Yep. Zach, somebody just called with 9-8 deuce deuce. That's the action we have here at the Palm Beach Kennel Club. You never know what you're going to get.
Yep.
Put your name on a list. Get in on some of that 9-8 deuce deuce. And the ace king does hold. And there won't be anything here. Donnell's not going to stab at this thing.
Bet 680.
Yeah, and that's it.
Oh, he's counting. How much he's at now?
Oh, 95.
He's at 330.
All the winners,
280.
all the winners are on that side, by the way.
I know. We need to tip the table a little bit, D.
What's going on?
Pro said all the chips are sliding to one end of the table. We got to tip it back the other way.
Yeah, exactly.
Or you could ask for a seat change and try to get on that side of the table if the chips are rolling that way.
We're going 15?
That's an outside jailbreak right there. All the higher numbers.
He's at 30.
Jimmy, you in there? You in there, Slice?
Get in the slide, Jimmy.
Douglas Fernandez, a.k.a. Jimbo
Jimbo
Slice,
Looks like we got a restraddle
We said
on
that
the
at the same
button.
time.
dealer,
A restraddle
Jinx.
on the button
dealer,
for 30.
just double checking like, are you in, you're out? Etiquette would show that. Try to be at the table when the hands ends.
I'm with you
Try to
on
be
that
seated when the
too.
dealer starts dealing.
I've got to say, I've been very impressed with all the dealers we've had on our live streams before. Tiller, obviously, Brian, Emily, all have done a stupendous job. It's one of the things we pride ourselves on here at PBKC. We have really good dealers and pretty good floor people and managers too, and a decent director.
Thanks, Mike.
Call. Fold, fold. Okay.
Donnell, y'all.
And Donnell again. Ace, Jack, 10, 9. He could play more hands. He has
Mike,
enough chips.
He's my kind of player, man.
Well, your kind of player. It's easy to be your kind of player when he has all the chips.
Exactly.
Yeah, my kind of player isn't one.
I
Yeah.
want to have all the chips and I want to play every
That's-
hand.
That's the way I envision myself playing as well. I want to model myself as Big Mike and just have all the chips. Or Donnell, have all the chips. I just want all the
You could have
chips.
put it like somewhere
He's
where
all
you
in.
can see.
Oh, yeah, we're 5. Yeah, we have the turn. Yeah, we're 5.
I know. Why
Players are excited, like, hey, look, we're live. No, we don't want to put the live on the live. Don't want to see the
They're
live.
realizing that we actually play this live table upstairs in the tournament section and downstairs. But what they're seeing and what we're talking over is the 15-minute delay. Joel Gibbons said, let's go Rose, time to heat up and get that money back. Rose has a lot of fans in here. Rose is a young woman that comes here, how often? Like at least once a week.
She is very consistent. Saturday's her time to shine. They show up, they play on the table. Usually a rotation of 20 or so players, different players. And we got to, and again, your player, Donnell, putting him to the test again. He's going to coin flick Newman's here. So he is. So Donnell's behind. Aaron's ahead with queens. And he already flopped the nuts, and that's it. It came right off the gate, right off the rip. That was it. They do run it twice, so he has a chance to catch up, but he's going to need cards. And 6% for Donnell. He's not going to like, and that's it.
Nope.
So Aaron does get the scoop. He wins the top and the bottom.
Nice job, Newman.
Queens and 7s on the bottom.
Donnell can't digest what just happened. He's like, I don't understand. I win every hand.
One in a row, man. One in a row.
That's it. He mucks. So that might slow him down a little.
I think so.
He chopped into his stack a little bit. Aaron doubles up finally. Donnell down to 2.3K. He was up to 3 and change. So maybe take a look. You adjust your play now and say, okay, maybe the heater's over. That's what you call it, a heater. He was on a heater.
Okay.
Running
Like we're
good.
Switching dealers again. How often do we do that? Like every 30 minutes?
30 minutes.
That was a good guess.
Your
Emily's
internal
back.
clock is amazing, Mike.
It is.
Okay, well, don't ask. Don't bother.
Emily Jenkins is back.
That's true, so don't. You're right, you're right. 'Cause we'll all be
We're
watching.
playing some 5-5 Pot-Limit Omaha right here on the live feed.
Palm Beach Kennel Club in West Palm Beach.
1111 North Congress Avenue, right across the street from the Palm Beach International Airport.
You can actually fly down for the weekend and get in this game.
You could.
Fly down,
Fly down right
stay
now.
for the weekend.
From wherever you are, you could fly in. If you get here soon enough,
You know
can
what?
Get in that
If anybody shows me a plane ticket, that flies in and says I want to get in the game,
Yeah.
I'll remove Donnell personally.
Will you?
Yeah, and put it
Okay.
and put you in that seat.
I'd
So,
honestly
come on.
like to see that.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to call somebody right now just to see that. They don't call him Big Mike for nothing, man.
No, they don't.
No, we have a mega satellite that's going to be starting in about 10 minutes here. I already see people lining up for that.
They are.
Only $130 getting that mega satellite.
5 seats added.
5 seats added.
Added on top.
On
of
top.
Whatever normally the prize pool would generate
Yeah.
on top.
On top of that, we're going to give away 5 more seats. 5 seats added to that. Right now, a little couple of rows ahead of us. We got levels here at PBKC. We love the levels on the second floor. And they're playing in day 1B of the $200,000 main event with an $1,100 buy-in. After day 1 yesterday, chip leader, familiar name from right here in South Florida, Maurice Hawkins, the Hawk. He was actually on our feature table yesterday right here on our live stream. It's a shame what happened was we had some technical difficulties that happened right before their break, and we couldn't figure it out, and we couldn't fix it. And you guys really missed out on the fireworks between him and Corey Zeidman.
Exactly how I felt.
But again, we will definitely be broadcasting, 100% sure, broadcasting the main event final table starting tomorrow, probably in the early afternoon time. We can't exactly say when it's going to be. We'll probably know a little bit better after we see the day 2 chip count going into the final day tomorrow. But we're going to definitely let you know on all of our social media when we are going to go live for tomorrow in the main event final table. If you're not already doing so, follow us on Facebook at PB Kennel Club, Instagram at PB Kennel Club, Twitter at PB Kennel Club, and also Twitter at PBKC Poker Room. And if you haven't already done so, like and smash the follow button right here on our Twitch page at PBKC Poker.
Well done, Mike.
Oh, shit. You got a flush?
She says he. Rose, you got a flush. Rose, for all this excitement, and she got all dolled up, and she can't catch a hand.
No.
And we're pulling for Rose, so.
We love the Lady King here at PBKC.
Yeah, let's just let her get one.
Hadn't had the best day, though. I have a good feeling that we're going to see a lot more of the Lady King Rose on this live stream here on Twitch TV.
And South Florida Hawk says it's Rose's game. Give her a hand.
Yeah.
Good job, Rose. There you go, South Florida Hawk.
She's wonderful, isn't she?
Isn't she lovely?
That was wonderful. We got to go back to karaoke.
Isn't she wonderful?
Straddle for 25.
We got to work on some Jim Croce songs. Maybe Bad Leroy
Nah,
Brown. Don't mess around with Jim. Which one do you want to sing, Noah?
I'd go with the poker song. So my favorite poker song.
Not the gambler. You don't want to.
No, not you don't want that. That's canned. That's like the gambler
Kenny
would be
Rogers
the
was
one.
actually
Everybody
at the table yesterday.
he was. He'd be like, oh, the gambler. No, that's not
No,
it.
too cliche.
It would be
Seeger.
Bob Seeger's still the same.
I knew you
Mike,
were gonna
look
say
at
that.
you,
I knew you were
crushing
gonna
it.
say that.
He always won every time he placed a bet.
Yeah. Mixed game Mike, welcome to the streaming streets. These are some tough streets here. Thanks for the welcome, Mixed Game Mike. Always good to see a little PLO on air. Yeah, we're playing 5-5 Pot-Limit Omaha today.
Mike, good to see you. Smash that like and follow.
Smash it, smash it, hit
Yeah.
it, whatever you got to do.
And if you're a mixed game player, let's get you in one of these things. I'd love to see a mixed game, full mixed game. We'll really put the production crew to test. We'll go back and forth from game to game and really mix it up on them.
Tommy isn't middling in poker games, is winning dragon fights in a 20-plus-year-old MMORPG.
I'm a fan. What game would that be?
Oh, man. Man, the Tommy gun.
That's awesome.
I bet you the Tommy gun is on
EverQuest.
Twitch. Oh, man.
Funny thing,
Oh, no.
Tim Wright
Wow.
was a big guy in EverQuest at one time. And he says it's 20 years old, so this is probably going back 20 years. Tim Wright, the manager, was the guy in EverQuest, like the guy. He was like some ultra wizard lord guy, and he could just show up and mow everything down all by himself, just cast some spell. And he still walks around here like that, like he could still do that.
Well, he still feels he has that power
Right.
around here, yeah.
But yeah.
If you ever talk to Tim Wright, he is very wizard-like.
Yeah, talk to him, ask him, call him Nitro.
Nitro? Oh, Nitro.
So Nitro was taken, so he decided to spell Nitro wrong, and he's Nitro.
Nitro.
But yeah, he was the guy at one point.
Wow, I haven't played EQ in nearly 15 years. It's a fun game. Graphics a bit dated now. Yeah.
It is. What's not dated is this stream.
Or Tim Wright.
Or Tim Wright.
We got to get Tim Wright on the
Oh.
show sometime.
So Mike with the aces, Donnell with tens, and Donnell, he hasn't gotten away from that. I can win every single hand yet. So now he's in a bad spot with tens versus aces. He can't possibly call this.
I thought his playing style was great until a few hands ago.
No, this is your guy.
This is my guy.
Ride or die, Mike.
I know. I'm on
The
Big
rest of the
Mike.
way, that's your guy.
That is Donnell, Big Mike. He got stopped by a female police officer on the way here and got out of a ticket. He's
So
a
they
ch-
just ran it out. They mucked it in a rabbit. They were doing some rabbit hunting, which means you're just seeing what's coming next. So he didn't call the bet. They were just running it out.
Mixed Game Mike is still talking about EverQuest. We got to get Tim Wright on here.
Is that your nickname on the sheet?
Human calculator.
So it's funny. Mixed Game Mike comes in the chat, and then Xphil says time and date, talks about an MMO, and then he says EverQuest, and Mixed Game Mike's like, I played EverQuest.
Man.
We could have an EverQuest invite-only game.
Did we just become best friends?
Donnell.
Any 4 cards are good.
He's there. He's there right now.
I like that. I played the same way, Hawk.
Raise 35. Fold.
This hand right now, that is Jimmy. That's Jimbo Slice,
Douglas, a.k.a. Douglas Fernandez.
a.k.a. That is Muffalo. Haven't heard a lot from Muffalo. He's got some fans here in the chat.
Donnell with Queen
My guy,
10.
Big Mike.
Queen 10, 8-6, Rose.
Also have Frank.
So Rose's cards, not the worst because they go together. So if she hits something, she'll have a lot of the flop. So let's see what happens here. And she doesn't. And Mike flopped a set. He's in very good shape here.
Talking about Team Zone Out, who was actually in the chat room yesterday chatting with us. Now he is a bona fide star. He's on the live stream.
It's that simple, Mike. Jump in the chat, figure out what we're playing next, get on a list, become a superstar.
It is. He's now a household name. Team Zone Out. Know why he calls himself Team Zone Out?
No.
Because his name is Mike Zone Shuley? I don't even know if that's a real name. But
yeah, he's Team Zone Out.
yeah, Mike Zone Out. I like it.
So, oh no. Donnell with 1. That can't be correct.
Wow.
Donnell with a 1% with queen. Oh, because he's up against a set. It's brutal. He flops top 2. This is where the game gets brutal. So he flops queens and 10s. Normally you'd be good.
Yeah.
Up against a set, you're absolutely crippled.
Wow.
Crippled. And he has to put it in now. And, oh, it's just bad. That was just, it is brutal. It's just
Wow.
a bad spot.
That's a tough one for Big Mike.
That's your guy. Oh, he
It's great doing these shows right now with a lot of hustle and bustle going on.
It would be a great laydown if he made this laydown, but I don't see how he can. Now, if he had those other chips, those chips would have been in already. If he had 3K,
Of
he
course.
just insta calls because he's in a different gear. Now he's reeling. He's going backwards, and he's like, we got to stop the bleeding at some point.
He started with 5.
Yeah.
Got up to 3.
I would applaud your guy if he lays this down.
It's confusing because Donnell is Big Mike. Mike is Mike Zone Out.
He is going to be absolutely pleased with what he just did there.
Yeah, smart move, Big Mike.
Great job by Donnell. Oh, great laydown. So he committed that much in there.
He did.
For him to lay it down is some kind of job.
It's a big deal.
Whew.
And like you said, if he would have still had the amount that he had
He
before.
thinks about it differently. Now he's like, oh, now, you know, and this game's tough. This is what we alluded to in the beginning, that it's an ebb and flow, and, you know, it's flowing his way, and now it's flowing away, and you got to try to keep your composure at some point, because otherwise, you know, you find yourself where you get felted, and then you're three buy-ins in, and you're trying to figure out what actually happened, where you're like, wow, the game should have ended an hour ago.
Really tough to get away from that hand.
It was an incredible laydown, 100%.
Yeah. Good job, D, says Delta Girl. Yeah, that was a great move.
That
by
was.
Big Mike.
He'll be, and if he had to look back on anything today, that laydown that he made was he'll smile about that one. He'll be pleased with what he sees on the replay.
Cray says, "Come on, Big Mike." Yeah, we're both fans of Big Mike.
Aaron, too bad he can't use all 4 of his cards. He raises to 10 with 6, 7, 8, 9. Aaron hasn't been playing a lot of hands.
Buffalo, who he's been quiet today too. He's got some fans in the chat.
Yeah, he's tight. He's not getting in this one. Not with that hand. No way, no how. There we go. Folding around. Nah. Come on, Newman.
Hello, Newman.
And he's in.
Yeah, the stream is on a 15-minute delay. We're right now on a 15-minute delay. We're actually broadcasting this, the second floor poker room in the tournament area and downstairs on the first floor. Players are loving looking up to see the TV up there and seeing themselves on.
That's pretty cool. You look up and you have to take a double take. It's like, you know, if you threw an ESPN logo on there, you don't know what you're watching anymore.
No, you have no idea. We have a great set here for sure.
And that's what we're building on. When you come here and you see the setup and then you watch the stream, you're gonna get a production where you enjoy staying a while and watching the game and what's happening. So we got it. So we lost our cards here just for a hand. When Newman takes a little one down here.
Really gambling there.
These chairs are comfortable though.
Rose talking about the comfort,
those are
comfortable
awesome
chairs.
chairs.
And that's important if you're going to play cards for a while.
It is.
You know, you're going to spend 6 to 8 hours. You know, you don't want your butt getting sore.
One of the first complaints I got when I put up a picture of our live table, I did a live video on our Facebook.
Okay.
And somebody said, those green chairs, they're not that comfortable to sit
Right.
there for 3 or 4 hours. And these are actually chairs that we use for the World Series of Poker.
Right.
They're really nice chairs.
High end, yeah.
And what happened was Jamie, who's our tournament coordinator, she went and covered them, and they look brand new, and they're very, very comfortable. They also roll around wonderfully.
You still got your original 20 shipping white shipping white chips.
Yeah, we hope you get to deal too.
Fold.
Is that a straddle, sir? 50?
Fold.
Just let Tim and Josh and Noah know, and we'll get you on the live stream too. We not only have people that want to play in the live stream, we want to have people come in here and deal on the live stream. I know there's a lot of people that actually want to be on this show too as a commentator. It's going to be a lot of fun in the upcoming months here at PBKC. This live stream is something we plan on doing at least 3 times a week, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays at least. And obviously if there's some kind of big tournament in town, we're going to do that too. Like we're going to do the final table tomorrow from the $200,000 guaranteed main event of the Palm Beach Summer Classic. Jimmy Sommerfeld and the crew from Poker Executives have been here for a couple of weeks now, and tomorrow is the culmination of the Palm Beach Summer Classic with the $200,000 guaranteed main event. And we're going into day 2 of the main event. Right now they're playing in 1B. We also have a mega satellite that just started about 4 minutes ago for $130 buy-in, 5 added seats, which is just awesome. So 5 added seats to the main event. Come on out right now if you're listening from somewhere in South Florida. Get up to PBKC right now, 1111 North Congress Avenue, right across the street from Palm Beach International Airport, and get in on that mega satellite. It just started about 5 minutes ago.
5 added seats.
5 added seats, and I had to go home and ask my 6-year-old all these questions about adding, because Noah kept like pushing me yesterday about these 5 added seats. And that means 5 added seats to how many people they have in the tournament. Whatever seats they're giving out, we're giving 5 added seats away. It's a nice table in person, much nicer than the lime green definitely is. And if dealers want to get on the show, all they have to do is come to you, right, Noah?
Absolutely. Oh, it's a quick 5-minute training.
Yeah.
There's some nuances about where the cards get placed and some other things. We're going to get everybody up to speed. We want to get as many people involved as possible, both the players, the dealers. Everybody's excited. It's something fun. It's something new, and it's going to be here for a while.
PBKC Tyler says, great work, Noah, the poker room manager, GOAT. Yeah, he's all right.
Thanks, GOAT.
Emily's back at the table.
What time? It runs till?
Got to say, Emily and Brian have been doing a fantastic job today.
I think like 3 hours the most.
They have. If you like the GOATs, go ahead and mash that follow button so you're notified when we...
Jeff the 9th one, that is Jeff Prince. The other day I said that he'd been working here for 75 years. I want to apologize. He's been working here for 87 years. He works in the publicity department, also does picks for Wheeling.
What a
Get
great,
those picks on our Facebook.
great track, Wheeling.
It's like stealing, it really is.
It's like stealing?
Wheeling's like stealing. I always said Wheeling gives me a good feeling.
Yeah, wheeling and dealing
Of course.
here at the Palm Beach Kennel Club.
I love it. That's probably the #1 Greyhound track now since we have stopped running Greyhounds. That is Wheeling, West Virginia. Come
Right.
here and bet them. They run like Wednesday to Sunday afternoons.
And you can still bet Greyhounds here at the Kennel Club, just not the Greyhounds that we're running live.
Exactly.
And
Either
a
that or
lot,
I wouldn't be here right now.
and you know, obviously we have poker as you're witnessing and watching here, and simulcast 3-card poker and ultimate Texas Hold'em
With
if
a
you're,
$5 minimum.
which you won't see anywhere. You just don't see it.
No.
We don't shut anybody out. We try to make it affordable for anybody to come enjoy, spend a little time, come for dinner at the paddock, come over and play some ultimate or 3-card. And then there's some exciting things on the horizon here for the Kennel Club. And,
Sure.
and if you read, you hear some things about sports betting, some other things. So definitely stay tuned. We'll keep everybody updated. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook, and you'll know when some of those things go live, because it's going to be pretty exciting here moving forward.
It is. I feel like the people that come here, they're going to know when I know. I usually hear things last. But the sports betting thing is just an absolute game changer here at PBKC. And I don't ever say, like, we're going to get sports betting. I say, if we get sports betting, it's going to be amazing. You add that to the card shows that have been greatly successful. We have another one coming up in a couple of weeks, June 27th.
Right. So I could see it now. You know, you're at the poker table. You're not getting a lot of hands, but you threw $50 on the Heat game, and now you have something to entertain you while you're gambling. I mean, it's seamless. Donnell saying, uh-oh. Rose get.
I wasn't slow playing. You know I never slow play you, Rose. I thought you had spades.
You don't do that to the Lady King.
You think I'm marked?
So slow play, slow roll. Maybe he didn't know what he has. And sometimes it seems like that. There's so many cards, you don't understand what you're turning up, so you don't whip your hand over real quick like I have it. Sometimes the dealer reads it and explains to you that you have it, which is nice. When you're playing cards, my advice, if you got all your money in, turn your hand over, let the dealer make sure you're a winner or a loser. I've seen it before where a player actually has the winner in their hand. They don't recognize it, and they throw it in face down, which means basically they're out. The dealer scoops it in, and it's gone forever, and they actually had the winner.
You can't help them then, that's for sure.
There's no help for that. We can't dig it out. We can't go back. Even if on a stream, if somebody does it on a stream, we know they had a winner. It's too late. It's gone.
Don't come to the office if you didn't even show your cards. So. Yeah, Rose is getting really unlucky. She really is. She's got to catch a break sooner or later.
Rose, this is your time to blossom.
I think now that we've said that, I think the tide's going to turn. I think things are going to change for Rose here. Oh, Bruce, I haven't seen his name in a while. He just folded.
4 players.
That's Edna, one of our great servers here at PBKC.
And Donnell again. So Donnell's trying to warm up again. He flops 2 pair. And Jimmy Douglas Fernandez, the Injiminator.
The Jiminator? He's no longer Jimbo Slice. He is now the Jiminator.
Rose, and that's the tough part of the game. We've been playing a little while here, and you're not catching cards, and your patience runs thin a little bit. She's doing a great job of not pressing. You got to let the cards come to you. You can't try to force the action. It just nothing good comes out of that.
Yep. They always say patience is a virtue. I think poker that is one of the main things.
It 100% is.
We're watching a 5-5 Pot-Limit Omaha. This is one of our tables that usually plays downstairs. We brought them upstairs for the live stream today. A lot of great personalities at the table, aka Rose's table. She's the Lady King in seat number 1. My name is Mike Jameson. That's how I looked, exactly how I looked when I was 4 years old, and that is Noah Carbone. He had the beard and everything. You heard it here first. We did that like 3 or 4 days ago before you saw anybody else do that on
No,
Facebook.
we're here at the Kennel Club. We're ahead of the curve.
We sure are.
Calls the 10.
Rose, she's like, can't catch a card. Let me just have some wine.
Wine always makes everything
It
better.
does. I mean, how bad could it be if you have a nice glass of wine?
5 players.
Best wine here at the Kennel Club.
Yeah.
Extensive wine menu in a paddock.
Oh, yeah.
Are you a wine guy, Mike?
I like a wine with an oaky afterbirth.
All right. Serious wine.
Noah has no idea what I'm talking about. I like to talk about Office quotes here. And Noah's never watched The Office, which
I watched it. I missed that one.
Lost a little respect for him on that one.
No, I'm more using the quotes like, everybody stay calm. That's our line around here. Big event goes on.
Yeah. You guys have your own language in the office. Have you ever been to the poker director manager office? Not a lot of room in there, but that's where all the action happens. 3 chairs for like 7 people that usually
Tight
come in
knit
that
group.
office.
We like to tight knit group.
Yeah.
Tight knit group. We have no choice.
Very cozy together. Yeah, it's a
But
great
what's nice, I wouldn't change it. And there's room for office space anywhere in the facility. You can put me anywhere. But I like to be on the floor, accessible. And I like when the players come to me. If they have something, they come directly to the office. I'm right on the floor. You won't see that in the casino.
No.
You won't see it in another poker room where you can just knock on the director's door and say, hey, can you help me with something? I'm there.
Everybody knows where the office is.
They know where it is. Come to the office.
Yeah.
If you have something, let's
Exactly.
deal with it right now. Let's get it right.
I love that we can sit in there and listen to Cynthia and all of our great hosts, and it really is the place to be. And at any given time, you can come in there and there could be 7 or 8 people in that tiny office.
All ready to help you.
Exactly.
Everybody.
Everyone, except me. I just hang out in there sometimes. I never get to sit.
You're still digesting the game, Mike.
Yes.
You'll get there.
There, dude.
Oh,
Look at that.
okay, okay.
We'll run down the players for you while we have a chance. Rose, Lady King in seat 1. Jimbo Slice in seat 2. A.A. Ron, a.k.a. Newman, in seat 3. 4 is Muffalo. We'd like to hear more from him soon. Seat 5 is Doc. That's Bruce, our retired radiologist. Seat 6, Big Mike, a.k.a. Donnell. Tommy Guns in seat number 7 from Greenwich, Connecticut. Frank the Tank is in seat 8. And Mike Team Zone Out is in seat number 9.
Fold, fold. Raise to 50. Fold.
Thanks. The paddock is absolutely fantastic. If you watched our live feed on Wednesday night, Jerry, who was at a cash table, just talked about the paddock all night long, and we love it. They have some great specials going in there. Surf and turf weekends every Friday and Saturday night, starting at 6 o'clock. That's the Paddock Restaurant, 1111 North Congress Avenue, right here at PBKC. And on Friday and Saturday night, starting at 6, enjoy 2-for-1 entrees and 50% off select wines. They have an absolutely fantastic chef in there named Juan Yu Laurent, who's been here almost as long as I have, for over 25 years. Does a fantastic job, have a great staff in there, and the Paddock Restaurant is actually, I can give you the schedule for the Paddock Restaurant too. Paddock is open for lunch every Wednesday through Sunday, starting at 11:30 a.m. and dinner every Friday and Saturday night, starting at 6 o'clock. 561-683-2222, extension 199. It's the Paddock Restaurant.
Jerry loves the Paddock Restaurant. He was on
I
here.
just mentioned Jerry. I said, Jerry's the new spokesperson for the Paddock. Jerry's a friend of ours. I want to eat lunch sometime with Jerry, just because he seems like a really fun, interesting guy. He was on our Wednesday night feed. You can actually look back at that right here on our Twitch page.
And yeah, you can watch any of our previous broadcasts, and people are. We're getting close to 3K views.
It's really cool.
So people are excited to either watch yourselves or watch your friends or just go in and listen to our awesome commentary.
Well, your awesome commentary, you and Adam. When we first started doing this, we're not even, haven't been going live for even a week. We started last Sunday night with the final table of the 100K multi-flight weekend tournament. I was on here with Adam Schoenfeld. Adam Schoenfeld is just a wealth of knowledge in poker. He is absolutely amazing. He's going to be on it tomorrow night, isn't he?
We're hoping he can make it. He might have a prior obligation,
Okay.
but we're hoping to. We also have Zen
Kai,
who was a final tableist at the World Series of Poker 2 years ago, I believe.
Yeah. Amazing player.
He wants to sit in
Awesome.
and chip in a little bit. So it's fun. I mean, it's great, and I'm really excited to hear those guys get in, and the people who really, like I said, I've been around the game. I understand the game, not at the level some of our players do, or Zen, or Adam does. So it'll be great to hear some of those guys go.
Yeah. The final table shows are going to be more serious about poker. If you're watching a cash game table, it's about the players, it's about the personalities. A lot of times we just let you listen to the table because that's where the action is, and the players are the stars of the show here at PBKC. I just talk. Noah's the director. That's what we do.
Check. Should I take a peek? You haven't looked yet?
Take a peek.
Check.
Yeah, take a peek.
Check. You're scared. You're scared to look.
Joel Gibbons is talking about Camaro.
You might just have a hand. Okay. All right. Deuce.
One time.
You're referring to Adam.
That's
Ooh,
Adam.
that's
Yep,
me.
that's Adam's
That's
nickname.
me.
Yeah,
That's
that's
me.
you. That's all you. That's all you.
Rose thinks she's good.
All right.
It's 800.
All right, we gotta check.
The pot's 225. Rose thinks she's good. This is a bomb pot. They just basically deal the cards out.
Okay.
225. Everybody puts in 25. They run the cards out. There's betting rounds, but
Can't buy it.
All right. Somebody show a winner.
Nah.
Right there. That's a bad car right there. This one right there. Are you kidding me?
I got aces and queens.
Gotta love Rose.
Two pair?
Aces.
You can put no
Nah.
spade.
Douglas Fernandez not having it. He's like, here, give him the money.
It's Jimbo Slice.
Straight right now.
I played blind all the way through, boys.
There you did.
Try your best,
You
Jimmy.
ain't got no marbles.
Whoa, yeah. That's what I like to tell him, Jimmy.
And I flopped 2 pair. Oh my God, what are you doing to me? Look at me, I got this little 83 in the front.
You were there all the way.
Strong comedy game from the dealer. Nice. That's what Mixed Game Mike said. If you know the dealer, that is Brian Gelrod who's dealing right now. He's a character.
Yeah, and I tend to think the best dealers are the ones that a little more dealing.
Yeah.
Uh,
Brian's. So you're saying Brian's not one of the best dealers? Is that
oh,
what
he
you're
is.
saying? I mean, he usually listens to the show when he's at home.
Yeah, stay in the game, interact when they get you involved. Don't inject yourself into the conversation.
One phrase down.
You get one of these days. We just got to get Brian and Noah together, because when they are together, it's just like two brothers. They just fight all the time. It is absolutely amazing.
We don't always see eye to eye on everything.
No, that's for sure.
$50 on the button. 50.
Oh, okay. So they're Tommy Gunn
Call.
has bullets. How funny is that? So
Wow.
aces are called bullets.
Okay.
He's Tommy Gunn,
Wow.
bullets.
Tommy Gunn's got bullets. See that?
Right.
That was
Now-
really cool.
So you see the thing here is, so he has 3 aces. He would rather have 2 aces because he can only use 2 aces, Mike.
Yeah.
And if you could get rid of one of the aces, which one would
I
you get
learned
rid
that
of?
a little earlier.
You
He'd
did.
rather just have 2 aces.
Right. And you want the ace queen suited. Get rid of the ace of hearts. Give me a king of spades.
Yeah. Not the easiest game to follow. We're playing 5-5 Pot-Limit Omaha right now.
No, but if you could follow this, you could follow anything.
You seen it or like you know?
We seen it.
Yeah, it was exposed. Okay. I actually okay.
So we have exposed card on a folded hand, I believe. And we wouldn't know that because basically they're all exposed to us.
Yeah.
So we have
And again, we are on a 15-minute delay, just to let everybody know. 15-minute delay.
Oh, what a great flop for Mike. He flopped the open end or end 2 pair.
Team zone out, Mike, he's talking about. Seat number 9.
Yeah, team zone out, who was once a spectator, now he's a player in the game.
Coolest thing, he was in the chat yesterday, now he's on the table.
That easy.
120.
This side of the table ain't doing nothing. We're not doing nothing on this side of the table.
Asking for a run out.
Yeah.
They wanted to just run it out,
On this side of the table.
and Mike would have won. Once again, they were just rabbit hunting. Let's see the games. Let's see the cards, run them out.
Rose.
Yeah.
You want me to cut it high or low, Rose?
Dealer trying to help out Rose.
Man, I'm telling you.
Cut it high, cut it low.
We know who's running this table, and it's not Brian right now.
No, it's not like blackjack in a casino where the dealer hands you the cut card and you get to cut it.
No.
That's not happening here. But, you know, he says, hey,
Your cut. Your cut.
This one's mine, y'all.
Going
she
low.
says, here it is.
Low.
Yeah.
Cut it.
Right there.
Low. Low.
Thin to win. Newfound hope for Rose. Look, she's got a new level.
Oh, look at Cal in the fucking run,
Who, me?
This is maybe where it turns the corner for
This
Rose.
is it. Yeah,
25.
the tide has turned.
We said that about 30 minutes ago,
Yeah,
but
it
I think
might
this
just-
is really going to happen. this
Some
time.
days it's just not your day, Mike.
Exactly. Every day.
One day you get the bear, one day the bear gets you. Not that lady on that viral video, though.
Oh, yeah. The lady that
She got
pushed
the
the
bear.
bear. Man. Shove that bear, trying to protect
Get out
the
of my
dogs.
face, bear.
She didn't know it was a bear. She thought it was a dog or something like. Yeah.
Big dog.
Yes. Pot. So we have.
Are you shoving that bear, Mike? Yeah, right?
Knowing me, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm not. I'm an idiot like that. Yeah. I see an alligator walking across the street. Like I'm gonna go grab it by the tail. Like that's the way I am.
She did cut.
Oh, so okay, so here it is. Rose has aces. This is it. We called it.
Here we
This
go.
is going to be the big breakthrough. Mufalo, he doesn't play any hands. He's raising. She's got to go over the top and get as much in as possible right now with that
This is
hand.
exciting.
She has to get it in. Get it in, Rose.
Buffalo's been very quiet today. He's got
Now
some
with-
fans in here.
With aces, you'd rather be up against one person. You don't want to get all kinds of people involved.
No.
Let's take my aces against whatever you have. Let me double up.
Yep.
But no.
Big Mike's in this one too.
Big Mike's like, I'm in. Poker's funny like that. A crowd likes a crowd sometimes. Like, oh, they're all in? Hell, I'll be in.
I know you got 690 goes in the middle.
And Newman's sweating her hand.
And Newman's playing mind games. He's telling her he knows.
Newman's saying, can I see what you have? Not my favorite.
All right. We have a side.
All right, so there's side pot. Donnell with tens. Rose is still good right now.
Yep.
She's a 57% favorite.
We knew this was going to be the corner.
This is the one. It's returning the corner.
Buffalo's also all in now.
And Donnell calls.
Never would have bet this game would have played.
Yeah, she didn't want, and she. So what could have happened there is if Mufalo goes all in, he could have pushed out Donnell, which
Yeah.
would have gave Rose a better chance. He calls.
Yeah.
She could have got a little protection from Mufalo, but she didn't. They're all in there still. If he pushes her out, if he pushes Donnell out, she has a better opportunity. She got what she needed, but let's see how it runs out now.
Bring me something to drink.
And now it's she's in trouble again. Oh, she gets there. Hey,
She's going to be happy about
she's
this.
going to be pleased. That's just half of it, though. And she's 81%. And check again.
Well, I got a side though. I have a side.
So there's a side pot. Mufalo gets 310. Rose will get 320.
That's how you cut the cards, B.
So I have Jackson.
He's getting off Brian. Oh, man.
It's always the dealer's fault here at the Palm Beach Kennel
It
Club.
is.
But don't forget, when they win, it's also their fault.
Exactly. Rose finally got there. Cray wants Big Mike to get it back up to 3K.
So
That's my guy, too.
My bad. Yeah, I got excited. That's my first hand, B. B, yeah. Look, all the tips. I had $20 in white. See, they are.
there she goes. Very generous of Rose, tipping a dealer a full stack of white chips.
Okay,
Very
so,
nice. Very nice.
You're gonna get
She asked B to cut it, and he cut it right for her.
and you
I
are
didn't chop it.
getting
Get it all.
Yeah, don't look too far into that, Mike.
One
I don't
time,
think
B.
Brian actually could affect how it goes.
He doesn't.
He doesn't.
No, not Brian.
No, he can't. It's shuffled.
No.
It's a mental thing. It's Rose's game. Okay, downstairs, don't ask the dealer to cut it thin.
Rose is talking to Miss Mary. Miss Mary's actually absolutely one of my favorite people here. She's been here for a long, long time. She does a great job. She's one of our servers. You know, cocktails at the table, order food at the table. We have great food here also.
better right now. You know what I mean? The pressure, you know, I feel better.
I feel I'm on my way to come back.
All right.
If you haven't already gone to it, here is our website at pbkennelclub.com. This is where you go to find out everything going on here at PBKC. Scroll down, you can see the upcoming events. Obviously, you see the Palm Beach Summer Classic, Surf and Turf weekends. Tomorrow, we actually have a baseball team charity poker tournament. It's a great tournament for a great cause. Also, when you go on there, this always pops up too. You can join our VIP club. Tomorrow, it's a charity tournament benefiting Damage Inc. Athletics 12 and under baseball team. Second floor poker room. Registration at 11:30. Tournament starts at noon. $50 buy-in, $20 rebuys. 50% of the buy-ins and rebuys go to the prize pool. top 10% get paid, and fundraising for the travel tournaments. Come on out tomorrow for that great cause.
50.
So Rose, finally off the hook. Back in the mix here.
We called it. We just knew.
We did. It's just a matter of time. He can't hold her down. Not happening. And that's it. Now momentum going. I don't know where her hand went. All right. It's the reader is updating now. Here we go.
You might fold if it's 260, but
Officially making it.
Donnell
All I did is look at 15 in the middle. That's all I know.
all into call, and he does. So that's how this game works. I mean,
We got a Stewie Younger on the table.
he had all the chips.
Yeah, that's
Now all his chips are in the middle.
That's why I've been losing at poker for fucking 10 years.
Rose in there, 260 to call with 4, 5, 5, 7,
I like it. There you go, Rose. That's your chance.
and she's in there. She's riding the wave of her last win, and she's getting in there with marginal hand. Let's see what happens here. Oh.
Wow.
And she says, "God damn."
What a move for Rose.
Essentially telling everybody, "Wow, look at this hand I just made myself."
Like you're starting it.
So she's 71%.
She's not keeping secrets, that's for sure.
No.
Okay, that's an all in.
You know the only way to keep it secret with 2 people?
No.
If one of them's dead.
What? This show got really dark.
So
Rose is standing up.
this is it. It's a thing. It's like
35 is the bet.
she's taking a stand literally, Mike.
She is.
You can do what you like, Rose.
She's going around the table, guys.
Where's she going?
She's running around the table.
She's doing laps.
This is obviously an intimidation technique.
This is or working on her fitness, one or the other.
Exactly. I mean, you sit at the table long enough, you just want to get your legs in motion.
Wow. She's working on fitting these chips in her pile.
See, that's something for the highlight video. She has no pockets, so she has no pockets to put the chips in, that's for sure. She is hyped up now.
She is.
Got bad feeling.
Oh.
Got a bad feeling.
It's hard
Oh,
not to
she's
root
in
for her.
so one person got pushed out. She pushed one person out.
This has happened quite a few times today. Her and Big Mike.
And Donnell, he's at his couple chips here, all in. Rose is all in. Donnell will be 265. And you see the chip counts are close. He has a little less than that. He's like, she's like, let me just have that little bit.
Run it, run it.
Rabbit hunting here, just running the cards out.
Rose all day. It's all.
That's the best part about these tables. It really is.
Tell him, Rose.
Not bad.
Wow.
Call you Lady Killer.
Careful with the wine glasses with that.
I'm telling you.
She hit that right
Yeah.
decibel would be smashing wine glasses with that chip.
I don't know how you don't root for Rose at this table.
Yeah,
This is her table. That is the Lady King.
They like her. They like her.
From Maplewood, New Jersey. She's a nursing administrator. Her glass is always half full.
Wine glass.
Yeah, and that's partly because of the great staff here. Always keep those glasses half full.
The part I'm concerned about.
So
Shout out to our great dealers again today. I mean, so many different things going on in this live feed. 5-5 Pot-Limit Omaha we're playing today. Brian, Emily have done a fantastic job. I don't think dealers get enough credit. That's why I try to give credit where credit is due.
I'll call the floor next time. Take too long to think.
SFLA Hawk said Rose is really nice every time I played with her. Yeah, she seems like a really nice lady.
Oh, that's it. I like it. I like it. Call. 50 is the raise. Call.
And Rose is a fold. I'm gonna try. Just tell me again, buddy. Somewhere far.
Call.
The concession stand and where?
What, where the bathroom is?
Yeah.
Rose, I don't think, is used to playing upstairs. That's where the table is today for the live streaming on our final table. It's right upstairs here on the second floor in the tournament area. So they're letting you know where the concession stand and ladies' bathroom is right now. Buffalo's in this hand. He's got some fans in the show that I think would be really happy where he's playing right now. And Buffalo is all in. Again, we're running it twice.
And notice how he says that twice for consistency.
Yep.
Run it twice, running it twice.
So I have a flush on the bottom, and I have a full house on the top.
Wow, big Mike.
Yeah.
Takes down another one.
Yeah, that's team zone out, Mike. Mike Zona Shuli, I want to say.
Not yet. There might be a wait list.
People trying to get on this live stream.
Sounds like it. There's somebody like, hey, who is that?
A lot of people from the tournament section coming down and watching our live stream today. It's really interesting. I think a lot of people want to get on here. Going to start having lists starting next week, whether it's a list that you can sign up for at the hostess desk and the host desk right there in the first floor poker room. Also, you can contact us on social media, and we should have a place soon where you can just put your name in there for the certain games that you would like to play live right here. Planning on doing some live streams on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays in the afternoon. Maybe even some at night, too.
Call.
Muflo gets the kings here. So he just bought back in and wakes up with kings.
Call. Hell, I was about to say. Is this our first? 50. Call. Call. He says king queen. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're waiting for.
Mike with 5.3K stack now, if you see that at the bottom. 5.3K.
Yeah, that's our friend. He was in the chat yesterday. Talked about playing the live stream, and he's here today. He's actually doing very well, too.
Check. No, I haven't actually. Has he been around? Bet 75.
Muflo flopped a set of kings.
He'll show up.
It's going to be hard. Well,
Big Mike's all in again.
yeah, he threw his last 50 in. He's a 1%er. This would be some story. He needs to go. I don't know what he needs. Let me see if I can try to figure it out. Oh, he needs a deuce tray. That's the only two cards. He needs to hit perfect. A 2 and a 3. That's not it.
Nope.
He knows it. It says he's all in. They just have his chip stack incorrect. I hope he doesn't take a stab at this one for his sake. He's not. He's going to be put to the test. He can't possibly call. He just has to muck. So that bet actually saved him money.
It did. He's made some smart decisions. He's playing almost
That
every
would be
hand
the
early.
that was the easiest decision I'll ever make in his life.
Yeah. When he looks back at this live stream, which I think he will, he's going to know that he made some really good decisions today.
Lady killer.
You also think what would have been. He was way ahead early.
He was. He started with 500, got up into 3,000s.
And now it's all over in seat over there in the other mics.
Yeah. Mike, it's a pretty good name, I think. Team Zone Out, that's Mike in seat number 9. Rose, that's the Lady King, is in seat 1. Jimbo Slice is in seat number 2. That's Douglas Fernandez. In seat 3, A.A. Ron, a.k.a. Newman. He's from West Palm Beach. Seat 4, Muffalo. He's from somewhere in New Hampshire.
Doesn't make a
I
difference.
don't know, that's kind of
He's not gonna play with the
fun.
Thank you. Thank you.
Project manager. Bruce Lehrman, our retired radiologist, is in seat number 5. Big Mike, a.k.a. Donnell, who's an engineer from West Palm Beach, in 6. Tommy Gunn from Greenwich, Connecticut. The Moon Boy in seat 7. Frank the Tank in seat 8, a.k.a. Fish from Palm City. And Team Zone Out Mike in seat number 9. Mike in seat number 9 has the most chips right now.
Frank waking up with aces.
Call.
See, you didn't even need the
Call.
As long as Bruce doesn't repot it, I'm okay.
All right, looks like we got 7-way action.
7 players.
Wow.
Not what you want to see when you have aces.
No.
So after this, unless he gets an ace, he will not be the favorite. All right. He's a marginal favorite at 35%.
It's a big hand.
Check, check. Bet.
Jimmy actually has 0% chance to win at this stage. And based on his cards, I don't know if he could possibly know that, because
Jimbo
he did
Slice.
flop top pair, top kicker. He yeah.
Dang, they have to unplug the machine. They have unplugged the machine.
He's referring to the luck machine.
Yeah.
It's just fully shut off right now.
Fully shut off.
It is. It's tough. The swings. That's a mental part of the game, being able to hang in there and
Yeah.
not let it affect you when it just doesn't go well.
Damn.
Rose, quiet as she is, she just made a full house.
You got
And
check, check. Sorry, I didn't see the action.
look, she jumped the gun and tried to get her chips in. That might have tipped them off. They can't possibly call now either way.
No.
Frank with the aces might, but I don't see it. This game's tough. You almost have to assume somebody has it when there's 2 6s out there.
Yeah.
All these cards are out there, all those hands. If somebody has a 6, you're crippled. He can't possibly think he's good. He's going to need a card. She wants a call here.
Sir, can you? You have a set of king, you call. The book says call.
He has a boat.
Give me one.
Talking about Frank.
He does have a boat. Thank you,
I expect that.
Talking about Frank the Tank.
Billy. I was too focused on the aces. I missed the other part of the hand.
What did you buy?
He still can't possibly call. Yeah.
Easy lay down.
South Florida Hawk says, nah, no good.
We're upstairs, you know.
He got 3s,
We were
full,
going up, yeah.
and he does make the call. He needs an ace now, or a 3.
That's a call, guys. We're going to run it twice.
Run it twice. He's going to take 2 shots at it. He misses on the first one. And she's still good, and she's still good. She'll be pleased with the outcome there. Plus 1.5K. on that hand.
It's a big pot, too.
2.4K pot. Rose holds up on both.
785.
And I don't know Frank's thought process there. And that's the game of Omaha. Full house and Hold'em, most likely you're good. Omaha,
Yeah.
You got to have a good full house. You know, you flop bottom set.
Do you find there's only a small group of people that love to play PLO?
It's starting to gain in popularity. We're actually getting requests to play a smaller version of this game so people can get accustomed to playing in it. So we are going to start spreading, say, a 1-2 pot limit Omaha to get more people introduced to the game, but it is gaining popularity rapidly.
Awesome.
And Rose is heating up.
Yes. Me and Rose put all of our chips to good use.
Yeah, for sure, dude. Play them all.
SFLA Hawk says, how about a PLO 8 game?
You have a lot of good ideas. That's probably not.
Smaller PLO 8 game. I believe they have one played. I'm open. Whatever the players want to play. That's the game we need to play. That's a nice plate there.
I didn't even miss a hand.
That's Big Mike for
What
you.
does he have there?
I don't know, but it looks good. It's making me hungry, I can tell you that.
Yeah, we got a little while more, and then we'll go see what we could if we could get some of that, Mike.
I think so.
We're on a 15-minute delay. Just remind
1,000
everybody.
already?
Everything you're watching now happened 15 minutes ago.
25.
You need 1,000, Frank?
The things we love about this table, when we stop talking, it doesn't mean we fell asleep or we walked off. We want you to listen to everything going on at the table because the players are the stars of the show.
I made a comeback. I made a comeback.
Don't call it.
Don't call it a comeback.
Call.
Mayor,
Fold,
Mayor.
fold, and a call. Fold. Fold.
Again, we are on a delay.
We are. You can hear stuff in the background. That is the
Because
stuff
the tournament.
Yeah, from the tournament that's happening. They just started the Turbo satellite about 45 minutes ago. We also have day 1B of the main event happening today too.
200K guaranteed. You can still get in that thing.
It's awesome. Did we have any takers on our donkey satellite
We did.
this morning?
They ran a couple, and they loved it.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, it was fun.
No juice, one-hand donkey satellite.
Just run it out.
So cool.
Cards speak. Let's see. Straight gamble. Bruce with kings.
Get him, Bruce.
Bruce said he only plays aces. That is not true.
No, he plays kings also.
Right, clearly. His quote said, I only play aces.
I don't think I
False.
He's a retired radiologist
Three players.
give that one.
from Palm Beach Gardens. Likes to play golf, and he only plays aces. And he has a flip phone.
That all makes sense, Mike.
It does. It seems like since he's retired, he lives a much simpler life, plays golf, comes to PBKC, plays in the PLO games,
You hear that? You bet, you win.
really enjoying himself.
Seeing a little bit.
How many people do you think, especially downstairs, and you see these people on a daily basis, you know, they're not here always to win a lot of money. They're just here to hang out and to be with their friends and to be social. You get a certain group down there like that?
That is, and we've always, the model for the Kennel Club Poker Room has always been more of a social club. It's almost like a card club rather than a poker room.
Yeah.
Everybody knows each other's names. You know, new players are welcomed in and they're immediately brought in. I've seen them do some amazing things with, if a player was in need, with some charity events and raising money for players or helping each other out. I've seen players who maybe lost their ability to drive, where somebody's going and picking them up and bringing them to the game. I mean, really is a great community. Super tight.
It is. It's
awesome. And they're like family. They are. And again, like I said, it's not family where you can't get into family. You're welcome into the family. Show up.
Yeah.
Let us find you a spot.
Yeah.
You figure out where you play. They bring food for the dealers and they celebrate each other's birthdays. I mean, it's a fun group. And outside of this, they also do a lot of things together. Like They go golfing together and they attend events together. So no, it's a community. It absolutely is a community.
I never believed that till I first started working in here at the beginning of the year, and now I'm really starting to see that the poker room, it's very cliche to say it, but the poker room is a big family. It really is.
So if you don't miss Muffalo's hand all the way to the right, he has 3 aces. He's a 58% favorite. Jimmy's in there with King King. Now they're like, Bruce is in. We have a problem now. His thing said he only plays aces. If that was the case, right now he'd have 4 aces. So, yeah.
Why your phone make like robot noises? It's like a cyborg coming to life.
Fold. 4 players.
4 players going to the river. And, oh. Yeah. Oh, I did have, yeah, he says only aces. He played ace-king. That was Jimmy with the kings. So I was a little confused, but here's Bruce with a full house.
All in.
He needed to tip you for that. That's an extra walk. But what about
Jimmy showing like what might have been.
Jimmy.
And now, see, they leave it up to the last person. Now he has to be the one.
Yeah.
He has to be the one to look him up. And he doesn't. He makes the right play, doesn't. So that's good.
Ace-9 goes in on
Thank you.
Yeah, that's flip phone Bruce. He's been very quiet today. Seems like a really, really cool guy. I'm sure he's got some stories.
I bet he does.
It's what I'm finding out. I write every Wednesday about employees here at PBKC. I started that around the beginning of the year, and it was the first person I ever did was Noah Carbone, sitting right next to me. And I find it's very interesting to learn more about employees. And every time I ask people questions, and these are people I've known sometimes for over 25 years, I find out something new.
There's the first mistake ever made on a live stream, and an 8 card got flipped up.
Wow.
Call 8 of spades, first card.
So not many errors because we've dealt hundreds and hundreds of hands here on stream, and that's the first card to get turned up. Not a bad job. Not a bad job. That's that's happens. The breeze comes through.
Yeah,
Card flips over. We won't deduct points for that.
No, we will not.
Call.
I just lost the pot. What else am I going to do?
Mufla says he lost the pot. He raises. I've seen that technique a lot. Guy loses a pot. Let me get my money back. I raise. And now that's a problem.
I know my number cards are live.
Because now Doc's in the hand. He has kings again. He literally only plays aces or kings. This is what's happening here.
That's what Bruce does.
6s, 3s, 4s.
Let's see some aces, 4 aces, whatever.
You know, look, they know. Like, oh, he's got it again.
You've got to know if Bruce is in the hand.
Right. So those are the things where I'm talking in as you learn this game. You start. It's called putting people on a range of hands. So Bruce's range is very small. Donnell's large range of hands. Hard to guess what he's at. Bruce, you know, you're looking at aces, you're looking at kings, high-end hands. And in this game, if people start putting you on a range and it's so high, then when you hit your cards, they're not going to pay you off. So I've always found it beneficial to once in a while go outside your range and try to show that hand to make people change the range that they put you in.
Okay.
Follow me?
So you think Bruce is getting in on hands, even though he knows he doesn't really have what he likes?
No, he hasn't shown that. He hasn't changed his range. He's only playing hands. So, but that also works for you. And if you played a hand that was out of your range, they still think it's in your range. And if you could bluff them at that time, you can, because if an ace comes, you're like, oh, here goes Bruce again. He has aces. So that's the most, in my opinion, that's the most interesting part of the game of poker, whether it be Omaha or Hold'em, is to figure out people's ranges. I mean, we've been watching, you know, Doc for 2 hours now. We know his range. You know his range, Mike. Like if you sat down with him and you're at that game and he's in the hand, you're like, okay, now I kind of know where he's at. And that's the game of poker. That's what makes it so interesting.
Of course.
And South Florida Hawk does say ABC poker and PLO is tough. Need to mix it up. Absolutely. That's my opinion. That's where you start stacking people, where if you set a tone and you have a range that's in a certain category of playing only good cards, and then you play one-handed bad cards, you know, deuces, trays, 4s, and 5s, and then a flop comes with all that stuff, the guy still thinks you have aces, and you can punish him the whole way. So that's where the mind games come in, and it's by all accounts the game is almost more involved than chess. I mean, there's so many variables that go into play here.
All in?
Were you a chess guy? Were you into chess?
I was not. I know how to play. My father did me the favor of teaching me how to play chess. I can play chess. I can't play chess at the level to compete or even beat somebody. I won't make any mistakes in moves. I won't try to take one of my pieces and move it the wrong direction. But I don't know the advanced strategies. No. I did enjoy the Queen's Gambit on Netflix.
Oh, did you really?
Did you watch that?
No, I never did.
Amazing chess movie if you like chess. But poker, a lot of similarities with the game of chess and poker.
What's the best poker movie?
I kind of hate to say it, but it's Rounders.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say
It's
that.
Rounders. They do a pretty good job. They're talking about making a new one. I'm interested to see what they come up with for that.
Big Mike took that pot. All of his fans are going to be happy.
There he
about
is.
that.
He's raking it in. He won't.
Yeah.
Hooking the dealer up, and he'll. Yeah, sometimes player of the other cash game raked him into his mouth at some point. He's scooping him up and rubbing him on his face.
Remember that? Yeah,
That's
that
what
was-
we're here for. We should, yeah, it'd be nice. Cover up Doc's hand.
I thought for sure I was.
Maybe ask Doc not to put it on there, and we'll just tell him what he has because his range is so tight right now.
Yeah, you're almost going to be able to guess exactly.
I know.
See that shit coming, buddy. I thought it had a big pair, and I'm like,
Bruce.
I didn't like it, to be honest with you.
I mean, when he says fair, it's got to be the best possible league. Exactly. What else?
Frank's in this hand. That's Frank the Tank, and also Mike. That is Team Zone Out, who's in seat number 9.
Fold. Call for fun. Fold.
Rose with a decent starting hand. Jacks with an A7 suited. Frank, and no aces for Doc. Donnell has ace king and he has 7-6 suited. That's well within his range, which I don't know what cards are outside of his range right now, but those are in it.
Of course. SFLA Hawk says should change it to Action Mike from Big Mike. I like that.
Right. So it's funny, as we talk about these things, we'll get into some of the streams where we both have the hands on and shut them off to get people trying to get some ranges. We'll play along with the people in this stream.
That'll be fun.
We'll give them a betting pattern, and we'll give them information up to, like, say, an hour and a half in the stream. We'll shut off the cards.
Yeah.
Let's see what's going on now. Let's see what we're learning.
That might be interesting.
It is super interesting. I find it interesting, at least.
Well, yeah, you mentioned that a long time ago, and I think Josh said the same thing. It'd be interesting if you guys could guess the cards and have people in the chat guess them too.
Correct. I'd love to play along with them. See how we're progressing. See if we're learning anything.
I mean, the sky's the limit with this live stream. You know, there's going to be giveaways in the future. Maybe we can even get games going for just the people right here in the stream too.
All in for 235.
If only it was worth it.
Player all in.
I guess I should about 225 anyway.
Mufalo's all in with, at this point he's just trying to make a play. He has pocket threes. He's in the cutoff. He just fires his stack in 300 with 9-6, 3-3 double suited.
If your hand's an oopsie, my hand is dead.
Rose wakes up with a hand. She's going to get involved. Tommy's getting involved with queens and ace queen, and Donnell is absolutely getting involved. Here we go.
Donnell is about that action.
That's a 1.2K pot, Mike. This get if you're running bad, this gets you back in it.
It does.
Let's see what we got here.
Buffalo
Oh,
definitely
and
needs this.
Rose just jumps right out with a set of jacks.
This is going to be exciting. I can only imagine.
So Rose is playing 2.2K behind now, so she's quietly built herself a pretty big stack. If she gets it involved in another stack, this could be a monster hand.
When she gets involved, you know it's going to be some must-see TV.
Yeah, and Tommy comes in with the overpair of queens and the ace queen, and he doesn't know the spot he's in, but he's firing right out. 365 to call for Rose, but Buffalo, he was already in. Tommy fires out for 365. Rose is coming over the top 100% here. Donnell, I don't know what hand he could possibly make here. I think Tommy's in a bad spot. I don't think Tommy can call this bet if it comes back around. Donnell lets it go, and Tommy can't call this bet. And I don't think he will.
No more action.
Oh,
He doesn't have it.
he was already,
He doesn't have it, Rose.
he was all in for 365.
That's Rose?
Rose.
That's me?
Rose says that's me, like she doesn't know what she has. She knows what she has.
No, he doesn't have it. He doesn't have it.
Oh, Rose gets the big scoopy.
He didn't have it.
Oh no, Donnell.
No,
Donnell,
no.
Inside. Hold on. This is the outside.
Donnell, not like the way that played out.
Oh, wait.
No.
He would have made the straight and the straight. I believe Donnell would have actually made both. Oh, hold on.
Yes.
I think we can tell who won that hand.
You can send me whatever the hell you
Rose
want,
with the
baby.
scoop.
Yes.
Oh,
Ow!
you go, Rose.
Oh, a Remy?
Man, look at the stack that Rose
Wow.
has now. This is her
Remy, I'm
name,
getting the
guys.
stack on the right.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Rose is thrilled.
That's awesome. We had a feeling it was going to turn the corner. We're only on a 15-minute delay here, too. I think more than we thought. We were hoping it was going to turn the corner, that's for sure.
Hello.
Oh, that's Slinky stepping in the screen. That's Slinky.
Man, the nicknames you guys have here is awesome.
Yeah, the guy's like 6'9" tall, lanky.
He's a camera blocker, that's for sure.
He's definitely is, and those cameras are hung pretty high, so that's Slinky for you.
No, I want to get put in the goddamn.
How's that song go? What goes downstairs?
Yeah, back on out and turn
Dun,
off.
dun, dun, dun. It's Slinky. Is that
Oh,
before your time?
yeah, I know.
Okay. Oh, what goes downstairs? A loner in pairs?
You're either going to win or
It's
out.
Slinky.
Something like that. But there he is.
Yeah, that's him.
Call for 50.
I mean, this one of the things about this live stream, it's only going to get better and better, too. If there's anything about this, if you're in the chat right now that you say don't like or that we can improve on, obviously, just let us know. I mean, this stream is going to continue and continue to improve as the time goes by.
We're going to block Nightbot if it keeps blocking everybody.
Yeah.
We'll get him right. We're going to adjust the Nightbot.
Nightbot's spamming everyone.
Calm down, Nightbot.
King or queen?
Nightbot, if you don't know, is an automated, basically a filter, a chat filter. Just in case you're getting, if it's scrolling too fast and some other things. So, but Nightbot has been set to a little too strict, some rules are a little too strict. So,
Nightbot was working overtime yesterday. We had a player, I guess, was very popular, who was wearing a mask, Brandon, yesterday on the show, and I think Nightbot blocked like 32 people.
calm down, Nightbot.
Go on break, Mary.
Enjoy it. 10 minutes? Okay. No, 10 minutes is great.
We're talking about Mary, who's a wonderful person, one of my favorite employees here, one of our great servers, right up here.
Oh,
in the
that
second floor
pasta again,
tournament.
Mike. Look at that.
Making me hungry.
Nice, doing the right thing, eating away from the table.
unhealthy.
You don't want to eat at the table,
No.
over the table.
Using a fork, he's not eating
But
finger food, which
you
is
don't
perfect.
you don't have to stop playing. We bring food right to the table at the Palm Beach
It's
Kennel
not
Club.
like
Bring right
it's
to
not
it.
like somebody eating chicken nuggets at the table. You know what
No,
I'm saying?
or like Chick-fil-A or
What? Chick-fil-A?
yeah, no.
Never
we-
heard of such blasphemy.
No, not here. The food's too good here. Just get it. Just talk to Mary. She'll bring you whatever you need.
Rose is gonna need her first color up. Yep, I think that's what she's looking for now.
No, I think it's more fun to have heaps of chips and just stack them up till you can't see anymore. That would be my goal. Like an obnoxious size pile. Like
exactly.
I'm here. Like you could color up and get it to one chip. You have a 5,000 chip in front of you.
Like
We
you're
have
in the-
those
Like you're in
downstairs.
the other guy's lane. It's just,
Right.
it's
Can you
so
slide
many.
over, sir? My chips.
Yeah.
I need more room for my.
I like
the
it.
chips that were previously yours. Can you slide over so I can make room for the chips you gave me?
Yeah.
So, that's about the culmination of a good poker day.
It is. And thanks again for watching our live stream right here on Twitch. Smash that follow button.
Mash it.
Smash it. Lightly touch it, whatever you want to do. Just follow us and we'll let you know every time we go live. Definitely going live tomorrow. That is guaranteed
Ooh.
for our 200K guarantee main event tomorrow in the afternoon time. I will let you know on social media probably an hour before we start going live.
Oh, look, Aaron. Alan. New player, Alan.
Alan.
Not a new player. Alan's a longtime player.
I recognize Alan. I don't know Alan personally. Looks like a cool guy.
His hair. It's pretty cool. I mean, look at
He looks like somebody that would enjoy Bob Seeger.
his haircut's Bob Seeger.
He's probably a great guy. Probably has a lot of stories too.
It looks like he's using a lighter as a card marker. So the card marker, they put something on top of the card so the dealer doesn't take it. Dealer's trained. If somebody has cards and there's something on top of the cards, that hand's protected. It's safe. Don't scoop that hand in. So he's using, and he's not protecting him now, but he was using something to protect it.
So he replaced Mike Team Zone Out, who was a great guy. Who
He came
actually
in, he
was
did
in
his
our team.
work,
Yeah,
he
did.
went home.
He did.
Solid day for Mike.
Maybe he'll be in the chat later on. It could be. Joel Gibbons said he's going to be right over to table 67.
My hand versus start out. That was what it said. Is that part of your explanation?
The post-game interview.
Alan hasn't learned the skill of putting the cards in the box yet, or it's not registering. They're clearly in the box right now. So
You're talking like this on the stream, like I'm the donkey at the table.
did we have somebody in seat?
Show some respect.
Yeah, that was where
Yeah.
Mike was.
Put some
Okay.
respect on my name.
Big Mike's asking for some respect.
RESPECT.
No, that's not how you spell that.
Oh, respect.
Respect. Big Mike is about that.
Look at
action.
this. Alan gives not a care in the world. Let's get it in. I don't know how anybody's playing, but you know what? I'm at the table. I'm going to dictate how this is going.
All in for 750.
I like Alan. He's been sitting over to the side watching these guys
Yeah,
for a little while.
and he's
Now
like, okay,
in.
I know how to beat this game. Let me get in there and mix it up. Look at you, Alan. I'm going to guess that Alan. Oh. Hey, Alan, what did you have there, buddy? We will never know.
No, we'll never know.
All the technology in the world, and we still won't know what Alan has.
Alan doesn't kiss and tell, my friend.
Alan.
See our tournament floor up there today. He's rocking the orange shirt with like a
Amazing.
a bluish tie.
I can't pull it off.
If he's not a Dolphins fan, like how can he wear those
He's
colors?
not.
He's
It was,
not. He's
it was
a
a
Raiders
solid combo, though.
fan. He
It's like,
is. That's taking a chance.
yeah. Oh, he's risking it all
He is.
on that shirt and tie combo.
But if you saw it, you would think to yourself, like, yeah, he has to be a Miami Dolphins fan. He actually likes the Raiders.
Oh, so here's Tommy right off the rip getting aces in the cutoff. And he's in a cutoff, and let me say how the production crew's doing an amazing job. So the production crew noticed that Mike, we only have one Mike, so we'll call him Mike. Mike, he straddled, so he put in another blind bet.
Okay.
They recognized right away who was going to act next. override the software and make it in the correct order. Amazing job by the production crew to catch
Our
that.
production crew is the best production crew we've ever had here on a live stream, easily.
Oh, without a doubt.
And that's who's running the production
It's
today?
Jacob, Josh, and Jamie. The Triple
three
J.
J's. Triple J. There
Triple
we go.
J.
Nobody does any better than the Triple J production.
It's a Triple
team.
J Productions.
I
South
want-
Florida Hawk says everybody's doing a great job. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
All right, so here's Rose with Ace King. She misses. She's going to just get off. This is going to be a quick hand. She's like, what's he got? I got all these chips.
Check, check.
Check, check. It's Tommy.
Check.
Check, check. There's nothing doing here. There. And Rose is like, what? Oh, she's going to take a stab at it, and he's going to call because he has aces.
Is she doing this because she has a large stack now?
She says he has a flush, but she's still no good. Ace, King, Jack, 10. Oh, she hit a 10 on the end for 10's up, but nah. You got to give a little way once
She's
in a
still
while.
got the largest stack.
No doubt.
That's a Lady King.
And we'll be adding that feature where you can get a rundown of
Yeah.
everybody's name and their chip stacks, where they're at, a little plus, minus, up, down arrow.
We're getting better and better each stream.
We're adding stuff, you know, we just,
Yeah, hopefully tomorrow I can breathe out of my nose. I'm hoping for that.
Tim just arrived with a new piece of gear here to add some audio and some quick graphics and quick
That's gonna
flips.
be
It's
cool.
It's going to be super
We're gonna be
cool.
able to hit buttons with sound effects like boing,
Bang!
boing, boing.
Right.
I gotta have my boing, boing, boing.
You need that one?
I'm
Okay.
gonna have to have that. Someday I hope that when people say table 67, they know what
Boing.
we're talking about. I like that.
You just call it straight Table 67.
Like that's what the name of our show is gonna be.
Like
Table-
Studio 54
Yeah,
will be
like
Table 67.
67. Everybody's gonna know it's right here at PBKC.
That's where it's at. All right, Rose right back in it. And Jimmy's been quiet. He hasn't seen a lot of cards, but we're starting to separate who likes to mix it up and who doesn't like to mix it up just based on percentage of flops seen. And you could actually get that stat from the statistician once you add that. You can see how many times they're actually seeing the flop,
Oh wow.
which is insane.
See,
I'd be interested.
the
I think
sky's the
Mike's
limit.
like 102%. The Mike over there, he's 102%.
Yeah.
And Doc is at like 0.5%
Yeah.
flops.
Of course, yeah. No, that's. I mean, the sky's the limit when it comes to the amount of technology we have on this show.
You need to get real hot on this one.
Is that because of the lighter?
You need to get really hot
Is
on
Allen's lighter interfering?
Work with it. You gotta do the Bruce.
We're having a great time today on a 5-5 Pot-Limit Omaha, a.k.a. Rose's game.
Four players.
Four players in this hand, including the Lady King, Buffalo, Big Mike, and our newcomer, Allen.
Oh. Oh. $1,005? Oh shit. $1,005.
See, I knew. Put a billboard off X69. See, the first thing I thought of was table 69, but then I'm like, table 67, we owe you two.
So Rose is getting in with Allen. We don't know what he has. She's doing her thing now.
I just want to win one of my own.
Allen's going to try to force this thing.
Oh shit, Alan's thinking.
Oh, hot off the press from Jimmy Sommerfeld, throwing together another event series.
Alan's thinking.
We're going to take a look at this, and
Man, he's the king of events.
he loves events, and he's the best. He's the best. He's been doing it for 100 years now.
And he's not doing woodworking and making these wonderful
You ever see
creations.
the woodwork?
I do.
We're gonna, you know what? Next time he's here,
Okay.
we're gonna feature some of his woodwork,
Yeah.
and you'll see some crazy stuff.
No, he's awesome. I see the pictures on the Facebook.
Rose. So Allen ended up having 6, 7, 8, 9, 9s and queens. Rose makes a straight. 8, 10, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. She make, oh my, he had the nut. He had the straight twice.
Rose got scooped. That's what Hawk says.
Rose got scooped. Allen comes into the game. Comes out firing.
No, it's close between potting and folding, right? You're deciding.
Oh, no.
I'm looking at it going like, I have the nuts. How can I?
Well, look what that.
Just an idiot bouncing out of your seat. I'm trying to figure out what I lose to. And I'm like,
It looks like you're off by 100. Isn't that 14? 1,001.
Every rose has its thorn, I guess.
Jesus. Every rose has its thorn. Oh, man.
The last time they gave you the
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right.
Allen has actually rose-colored glasses on, if you look at
I'm
it.
telling you, this is getting crazy.
No, they actually have them to
and the 4 gave
make it easier on the eyes to see the cards. And wow, look at Allen stacking them up. So now the heats are in Allen's section.
Joel says, welcome to the table. Here's the nut flop.
Exactly right, Joel. Like,
I ordered so much DoorDash.
that's a good way to start any poker session. Just come out and just smashing every single hand right out of the gate.
I like it.
Way too much because I'm so lazy.
You know, I like that style.
What you think about it?
Yeah, I think next time you play cards, or when you, if you haven't played No Limit Hold'em or Pot-Limit
Don't
Omaha.
put me in another, like, celebrity tournament. I was the first person out of a tournament one time.
Gusto?
First person.
What was the hand?
It was a bounty tournament, too.
Okay.
I was the
They were
bounty.
gunning for you.
Well, I mean, they didn't have to do that much.
One of the greatest compliments humans ever.
Mike is mad. He should have played a couple more. Yeah, that's for sure. Our buddy Team Zone Out should have stuck around a little bit longer.
Rose would have liked him to be there. Because I don't know if Team Zone Out would have played that hand.
I didn't know you were gonna finish with 5.
You know, it's funny. Some people's energy level are directly proportionate to their chip stack.
Yeah, I could see that.
I could see Rose. If those chips kept going, at some point we won't be able to contain her anymore.
That is a weird thing to say.
You can get anything you want.
Someone clip that.
Oh, we'll clip it all right.
Okay, everybody's not winning like you.
Has Bruce played any hands?
Oh, they're
Oh, Cornbread Ron was asking. That's
getting a little
one of
chippy.
our great dealers. Yeah, he's played a couple hands. Like 3.
and we have Bruce's range clearly down. What's Bruce's range, Mike?
He likes aces and he likes kings.
That's it. So Mike, a novice at the game, doesn't
I'm an
understand
expert.
Omaha. He clearly knows if Bruce is in his aces or kings.
Hawk is embellishing by saying 5. I say 3.
The film doesn't lie, Mike.
He's very calculating. And like we said, he's a former radiologist. He has patience.
Oh, no.
Do you like that the second time even too? Does that
I would
work?
like if the Stream Deck was up and we could give you the boing
I'm
or
hoping
the,
we
or
have
the
a
gong
new,
show.
hope we have a new crowd that hasn't heard that one
Don't
yet.
talk to me right now, Alan.
Thank you. That was bad.
We trying to make nice, 250. And I like you and everything.
You got 22 viewers. I'm pretty sure like 5 of them look like my grandma.
How
Wow.
many viewers we got?
22.
That's all?
Hang in there, Rose.
22-year-old. Wow.
22.
Got into it young.
No.
Many of them were just
What?
They're talking about the viewers. We were in the 40 pluses earlier.
Oh yeah. Well, come on.
And the big content really comes with the replay videos. This thing will end up having 2,000, 3,000.
Oh, for sure. We got 29 viewers currently. I don't think a lot of people are sitting there on their phones or at home at 3:15 on a Saturday afternoon.
I'd love a top up too, Brady.
You're gonna watch this show. If you're watching it in prime time, you're streaming it later on. Thanks.
Oh, we're just getting started. So the Steam starts picking up each show. You add followers. The followers start tuning in. You build a huge following,
You know that.
and then the stream takes off on its own.
Yeah, we're gonna look into it, Hawk. I need a Friday night game, he says.
We're all about it, Hawk.
I think we're gonna start out looking for Wednesday afternoon, Friday afternoon, Saturday afternoon. But who knows what the future holds for this live streaming table 67.
We had a good live game Friday night. It was good. That was right? That was Friday night?
Wednesday night.
That was a good one. That was a good show.
And neither one of us know the days right now, to be honest.
Oh,
with
no,
you.
they just all run together at this stage.
You tell me it's Tuesday, and I'd believe you right now.
Yeah.
With the tournament in town, all of our guys
all the
have been
excitement,
here
everything
all the
going
time.
on. Your newfound stardom as a streamer.
Oh, man, I'm telling you. I have no idea. I've gained like 2 or 3 Facebook friends in the last week.
That's amazing.
It's going great.
Right when Doji was following Shiba, a new hit.
So to give an idea, we've only been doing this for less than 10 days, 8 days, and we've
No,
this is only-
6 days.
Yeah.
We started last Sunday.
Right. So to be up to, you know, you get 200 followers and one video has almost 3K views, and it's doing what we thought it would, and a crowd loves a crowd, and this thing's only going to get gain momentum. Tomorrow's event, the final table is going to be amazing. I think we're going to have a ton of viewership for that.
I think so too.
God bless us. Maybe Maurice Hawkins makes it.
Yeah, I mean, there's big names in this. I mean, we saw Zen Kai. He's up there today, playing in day 1B. Yesterday we had Corey. He's obviously a well-known pro. Maurice Hawkins was leading the chip count going into the final day. Nobody knows who's going to be at that final table tomorrow night, but I can guarantee you this, it's going to be fun.
Yeah, tune in either way. I mean, the commentary should be very informative. Zen even said if he's maybe not at the final table, maybe we'll slide in and do some commentary.
Awesome.
It would be amazing to hear it from his mindset, from a guy who's experienced a final table of World Series poker. That will make for a great stream.
Good, thank you.
No, I'm all set.
Nice, so I think we're back to blinds now.
And you'll always see more viewership for the Hold'em games. I mean, Hold'em's just that much more popular. You know, Omaha, a little bit lesser following. I still find it super entertaining, just for the fact of the characters.
It's the
and people
characters.
involved.
That's
It's the
what's doing
characters,
it.
right.
Yeah. I mean, the main thing we're trying to bring out on this live stream is that we have a great cast of characters here at PBKC. I mean, look at how awesome Rose is, and these guys are essentially becoming household names. It's really going great with this live stream. These are people that are becoming beloved in the poker community right here at PBKC. And if you want to be on, we're going to have a sign-up sheet start next week. I know dealers that want to deal in it, they can talk to Noah or Tim or Josh. We have people that want to be on commentating. Just come on up. It's going to be great. And if you want to play in these games, we'll definitely have some sign-up sheets starting next week.
All right, so we got a hand. Aaron with kings, Muffalo with queens, Donnell loves ace queen, Frank's with the sevens, and Douglas Fernandez with nines. So if you look at everybody, it's nobody's really that far behind.
Aaron, he's been quiet lately too.
More than lately, it's been up.
Feels like it's been a long time.
He said, here he goes. So kings is enough. So do you understand how pot limit works? So you can bet up to whatever's in the pot, okay? But that also includes not the physical pot in the middle, but it includes all the bets that have happened in the game. So right now there was, everybody put in, 160, 160, 160, 160. Now he can go 160 plus all that money. And that's where the dealer's math comes in. So that's what they're talking about here. So that's where pot limit gets big. It almost turns into no limit at a certain point. Now it's basically no limit. If you want to raise that, because he did 160 times 5, so he's doing 800. 960 is what his bet is, or somewhere around there. What did he make it? Anyway, either way, you start getting into where your whole stack goes in because the pot's so big.
Wow. Tough, very tough. Very tough.
I was gonna say, draw your band.
650.
Wow.
650.
Frank goes ahead and calls with ace 8, 7, 7. Have we heard a lot from Frank?
Frank the Fish? No, not much.
650.
Not much at all. And Jimmy, Jimmy, short stacked. Let me just get it in there, like try to make a play here.
Take a shot.
And that's what he said, let's take a shot. And if you look at the, again, Kings, 38%. Frank with 7s and an ace-8, 36%. And Jimbo Slice at 26%. Nobody's a huge dog.
There's like a 99% chance that the rest of this is going in.
Oh, he's letting them know in advance. He says, oh, yeah, I'm probably.
Thank you, AA Ron.
He's letting them know in advance.
Taking a shot.
I don't hate it because it is his turn first. And there it goes. So the Kings, he's at 12% now. Oh, Frank flopped a set of 7s.
Frank DiGiacomo from Palm City. Frank the Fish.
Oh, no.
Oh, Jimbo Slice.
Jimbo Slice backs into a flush. Quadzilla. 4 7s, a.k.a. Quadzilla.
Quadzilla.
Take the shot.
I like that.
You do like that?
It's all right.
Or you could throw out the old, players really love when you do this. You're involved in a big hand. And you say to the guy, what do you got? He's like, I got a flush. And you say, I got 2 pair of 7s.
I like, now
that's a really
do
bad
like
one.
that.
You want to see something go wrong and sideways in a game? Go ahead and do that one.
I like that
Or
a lot.
the other slow roll, and I've seen them all. I've been around it long enough. Guy turns over his hand. He says, I got aces up. And the guy says to him, that's good, but not good enough. So there's all kinds of stuff you can do that's totally out of line.
Oh, man. This is the kind of stuff I hope to see on live streams like this.
Oh. I save it for the family game when I'm playing with the kids. I like to do that.
You like to do that?
I did. I got lucky enough. We played Mother's Day. We played a game. Texas Hold'em at pocket deuces. I'm dealing. So look how bad this looks. I'm dealing. Pocket deuces. Flop comes out. 3 deuces now. I have 3 deuces. Turn card comes out. I make 4 deuces. Right away, you're like, Dad's a cheater.
Obviously.
Because Dad, he deals, he works around. Now he has 4 deuces. Is that even possible?
Yeah, if you ever played Noah at anything, I don't care what you're playing. He's extremely competitive, and he's going to yell. We used to play pickup basketball, me and Noah. This is going back about 20 years ago. And Noah's very competitive, more competitive for his own good. He's the kind I always said if back then, if Michael Jordan and Patrick Ewing were in a gymnasium, then he'd say, hey, you guys want to play?
Oh, I would.
That's how he is. We also talked about him beating Maurice Hawkins at Madden. It was a part of the show yesterday we talked a lot about.
I think everybody has a little competitive nature. What do you like to compete? You compete in
No,
bowling?
no, that's me. I won't do it unless I can be good at it.
We're competitive. Well, heck, we're competitive with the stream.
Yeah,
we want to
yeah.
be the best.
Yeah.
If you're not first, you're last.
Yeah, thanks, Ricky Bobby.
You have an option. That's fold and a fold.
Big Mike's back.
Okay. 100.
Remember Big Mike's about that action.
110, I'm sorry. 110.
Big Mike is back.
Yeah. Donnell Big Mike,
Oh,
not
yeah,
actual
yeah.
Mike.
I would love to. I would love to.
Aaron gave up on showing us his card, so.
Thank you, AA Ron.
Heads up. Remember the
All right, heads up with AA Ron, Donnell. So we can't get a percentage.
All right, the pot is going to be 255.
Hey. All right, Donnell trying to get the momentum back.
That's a lot of backward.
It's always a little tough when you only have enough chips to hold them in your hand. You always want to have enough that you can't hold them all in your hand.
You better hope you have big hands, that's for sure.
Right. Yeah, Big Mike, he probably does. He can hold, 1,000 in there or something like that. But you always want to get to the point where you can't control your chips, where they're falling over, spillage, where they're, you know what? That rolled your way. Go ahead, keep that one.
Exactly.
Right.
Skylar's checked in. Hey, Skyler, how's it going? He's the one who got us in trouble with Cowboy the other day. What was his name? Cowboy Allen or Cowboy
Steve.
Cowboy Steve, yeah.
Yeah.
We give a guy a nickname. We called him Cowboy Steve because he's a lifelong Cowboys fan. He doesn't like it. I don't understand. We didn't say he's like wearing a cowboy hat and
No, not an actual cowboy.
you know, roping cattle. We just called him Cowboy Steve.
We could add in Cowboy fan Steve. We'll
Yeah.
throw it in the
Okay,
middle.
Cowboy
We'll
fan
fine with
Steve.
that. All right, Jimmy Fernandez with the 4-card flush in his hand. But he can only use 2 again, Mike.
Yep.
Jimmy, this game's so funny. Jimmy was just in. Now his chip stack's 1.7.
Wow.
Crazy game.
It is.
From feast to famine, back to feast again.
You've seen that a lot today. You really have.
That's why I said this thing goes back
all
and forth.
over the place.
It's like, you know what? Let me just win the last hand.
Yeah.
I don't care what happens with the rest. If I can win the last hand, I'm probably going to be a winner.
They always told me that this PLO is all about that action.
It is, and here we go, 5-way
Yeah.
pot.
Yeah, we're not going to hate on America's tram there. See what Skyler did?
Yeah.
He said America's tram, and then he corrected it with
It's a
tram
tram.
again. We love you, Skyler.
Step aside for the tram.
Yeah.
Here comes America's tram.
Here comes America's monorail.
How do you call it like that, huh? The only thing I'm doing that is with They just know, huh? This game is too easy for you, I think, at this point. Like,
There he goes. Look, he gets in, he plays a hand, he wins it.
He's supposed to show the bluff right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're waiting for him to show bluff. Kind of like I said, he's teeing him up, he's setting him up.
I'm calling 60.
At some point, before the game goes away, you've got to exercise your right to bluff. You got to pick one up. You're on stream. I don't know where this leaves you after this stream.
Yeah.
Because clearly we narrowed his range down.
We did.
So now he's going to have to think outside the box a little. Next time he plays, play everything. I would play every hand.
No, I think so, too.
Like, wow, he has aces again. He has kings again.
I mean,
Ace
the
king.
amount of people that are going to watch this and they're going to come back and when Bruce sits down at the table, first of all, they're going to say, wow, you're a really nice guy. He seems like a really cool guy. But, you know, they're going to know his game plan.
He's aces and kings, Bruce.
That's it.
Oh, Donnell wakes up with a big hand aces with a queen jack suited.
That's a big hand.
I'm pulling for him to get a little action here. Somebody wake up with a little something. No, they're mucking him.
It's been a roller coaster today for Big Mike.
It has. And he would like some action here, but he's just okay. All right, now he doesn't quite want action. Now they're almost 50-50.
Buffalo's really picked his spots today, I feel like.
He can't. He has bottom pair. He could try to make something. He's really stretching it if he makes this call. That's a good bet by Big Mike. He's like, here, just take the rest of it. He doesn't mean that because he has a hand.
Definitely committed. I'm letting you know I only got 150 more left on that boat.
He's telling him, he's like, we're in there. Let's go. No. No. You'll be fine with that one when you look at the film. I don't know. So you're 50-50.
Yeah.
There's 400 or 500 in the pot, or 300 or whatever it was after his bet, after Big Mike's bet. You look back at the film, would you have hoped you put it in there? Probably, because the map tells you you're 50-50, you're equal chance to win, there's money in the pot, and he just gets it. So the proper play, if you could see the cards, would be to put it in based on the map. And that's pot odds and stuff. You don't understand. You haven't gotten to that. But if there's a gigantic pot, say there's a $1,000 pot and it costs $10 more, it doesn't matter what cards you have. Here, take the 10. Let's see what happens. Maybe you get lucky.
We know we can see things that they have no idea about. When they watch later, they're going to be, you know, the state of the art stuff, and it's all in the cards. People remember the old school, they had the little camera there and you could see the cards. And this is all very, very technical.
Fold. Fold.
And it's only going to get better, too.
Fold.
Rose is quieted down. Or she's actually away from the table right now. She probably hasn't quieted down. She's probably just loud somewhere else now.
Exactly. we can hear through the building.
Right.
But wonderful woman with a lot of
She's
personality.
great.
And we love her.
Yeah, she.
I texted you that to remind me.
Oh,
Oh,
look,
Rose
she's
is back.
bringing beverages, refreshments. I mean, she's great. She is. She good. Good person.
115.
We were lost for that, you too?
Huh?
We were lost for that.
Like if you had to list 10 players, like give me 10 recognizable players. Rose is on that list of 10,
for sure.
hands down.
Oh, yeah.
All right, I have a raise.
But they are
As a person that knew like 5 poker players 5 months ago, now I know so many people. They don't per se know me, but I know that.
so dark after you leave here.
Yeah,
It's so dark.
they're trying to figure you out. They're like, who's that guy on there with you?
Yeah, it's something like
Who's that guy that doesn't know anything about poker?
This guy?
Yeah. The guy with the baby face, the
Right.
beard, and the little amount of hair.
That's that guy. So if you
That's
see
me.
him, you see that guy walking around,
Yeah,
that's him.
that's him.
Oh, Donnell all in for 680, and he's already won. They're running it twice, though. Oh. Oh, he hasn't looked at. Donnell's squeezing it. He could use a if he could hit both of these. This would put him back in it, and he does. Oh, Donnell. Plus 745. Oh, he's with 2 hands. He reaches right into Frank's pile, and his pile takes it all.
Man, Big
All right.
Mike's back, man.
He likes to play big pots, so if he could get double up one more time, we'll have an opportunity to mix it up a little bit.
Cut the stream. Either that or get another bottle.
You don't have to.
You know?
Right. Where's Mary? Give him another drink. Give Pete another drink.
Get another bottle. About 1 or 2 more drinks and it's live.
Patrol. Patrol.
Chill.
Champagne.
Patrol chill. Where's
No,
Mary?
champagne.
Patron, there's a debate. Patron chilled or champagne right now.
Manischewitz. Oh, that's some
Nice.
I've never heard
Oh, here we go.
What do you mean trying to get the butter from a duck?
I like that.
I love it.
All right,
Who
guys.
haven't had Manischewitz?
50, guys. 50. Oh, my God.
Tommy with ace king. There, see, Darnell likes to gamble. He's gambling here a little bit. He went in blind again. That's a blind raise. So it's 60 in a blind. Allen with king jack folds, I assume. Oh,
All right, that's a call.
Jimbo Slice
160.
has aces. You see, this is where it gets weird. So you put in that blind bet, and now
I put the 10 in
he makes it a
I had given 500 also.
he raises it. Now your 60's gone.
Okay, we're at 500.
Yeah, 500.
Yep, we're at 500.
Yeah, I think she did. SFLA Hawks. She said Manischewitz. I think she said. We're having a great time here. 5-5. Pot-Limit Omaha. Live stream Saturday afternoon here at PBKC. We've been on now for about 3 hours. Just enjoying everybody. A lot of characters at the table today. Having a great time. It's been a roller coaster when it comes to the chips, but that's exactly what Noah said it was going to be with PLO.
Here we go. Jimmy's gonna like what he sees here with aces.
Dragging in a main here, guys. I'm dragging in a main.
Jimbo Slice.
700 getting dragged in.
Oh, Moon Boy's in this one too.
I'm glad you thought that.
Mufalo's gonna hate his hand here. Ace king. He's up against aces and ace king.
It's all in the middle. You guys are
Tommy needs diamonds badly to scoop. Oh, that's so exactly right, Rose. That's exactly right. Wow. She said it. She said it. Oh, we called for the diamond. Did you see that, Mike?
Wow.
I said he needs diamonds. Boom.
Look at Moon Boy.
Great player, Rose.
Wow.
Jen, that's what Hawk is saying.
That's way, yeah, exactly right. Jen, what flop do you want there? Oh, let me. All right, so it's Jimmy's going to get half. Tommy's going to get half. Wow. Run good, Tommy. That's for sure. Wow. Let me only have diamonds to hit and then flop all the diamonds so I get half the pot. Thank you.
I haven't heard a lot from Tommy today. Moon Boy's his nickname.
No, it wasn't about the play. It's just
From Greenwich, Connecticut.
Tommy
Community
Boy
manager.
just went so well against me. Look, first board flops. Oh wait, I owe you more money. Am I wrong? One more.
What you need? What you need?
Jimbo Slice talking about how good Tommy runs against him. Players get that in their head. It's not actually happening, but once that creeps in your head, for the rest of Jimmy's life, he's going to think that Tommy runs better than him. Once you let that in, because you only pay attention to when Tommy does this stuff to him. He won't remember when he smashes Tommy.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
He'll only remember hands like this. Perception's everything, Mike.
I agree.
Just ice.
Oh, Miss Mary. Miss Mary. Could you bring them to a shot of chilled Patron?
Oh.
You just got a beer.
I'm gonna run out of money before that even happens.
A shot of chilled Patron. 2 shots.
Big Mike is placing the orders.
That's it. Let's get this party started, he says.
Spammy Senior says Tommy runs too good.
Yeah, we all aspire to run as good as he does. It's a pretty cool feeling. You haven't played cards enough, though. But when you're in a hand and there's a lot of money in the middle and the flop runs down and you absolutely smash it and you catch everything, it's just like, this is the greatest game in the world.
Oh, of course it is.
But then when you get all in with aces and comes king, 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 and the guy has a king, it's like, this game is terrible.
No, of course.
So
well, I'm too vengeful. You know, if
that
somebody
is a bad,
beats me,
that would be a bad
I
trade.
cannot have that trait in this game.
No, that's one thing I think. Pride in poker is bad, bad, bad.
It is.
You're like, I don't want to get beat by this guy anymore. I'm tired of this guy. He's pushing me around. I'm tired of it.
All right, he's cut off, guys. He's got one more in him, and that's it.
And I have a friend that finally got me clear to that. I used to play like that and think like that.
Yeah.
And he used to watch me play online poker,
Four-way
poker stand.
Oh,
And he used to watch
King
me.
of New Jersey.
The King of New Jersey. So he would watch me. And when I would do that, and I'd be like, I can't stand this guy. I'm calling him.
Yeah.
He would call me right away and call me names.
Yeah.
And eventually I learned my lesson. Like, I got to stop calling to be spiteful and try to shut a guy down. You can't do it. It's
No,
a
you can't
huge
do
lead.
No, it's a bad idea. Always a bad idea.
Somewhere in Venmo, somewhere. Yeah, there's Venmo somewhere. Somewhere.
Can I pay you in it?
I don't care.
That's not an
Rose wants to advertise her Cash App on the stream. Go ahead and Cash App Rose some money.
Venmo, Cash App,
All
Whichever
that
one.
stuff, right?
whichever one you're
And
taking.
the players, how about this? Players are so comfortable with each other. Someone says, hey, you got it. I got it on me. Here, send me this. They do it. They just
It's a group
they
that
figure it out.
knows each other, trusts each other, play together a lot. If you want to get into this table, let us know. I mean, just sign up. Come on out sometime. Going to have a sign up hopefully on our social media within the next couple of days, where you can actually come on and be a part of the show too. We'd love to have you on the live stream.
So it'll be interesting, Mike, as we wind down here a little bit. When we get out of the studio, we'll go see how the main event's looking. Maurice Hawkins leads the field, which is never a good thing for the field. He knows how to use his chips. So it should be super exciting. The final table is going to be super exciting tomorrow.
Yeah, he had a, get the exact number. He had a large chip count too,
Go ahead, give me
584 after.
And
day
what's
one.
next, Mike?
Next is 444.
Yeah,
That's
that's
Stephen McCoy, Scott Baumstein, Valentino, Lettieri, Noel Adeclay, Aaron Itlisman, Adam Koppel, who is also on our table, and Billy Shear.
Okay.
It goes from Maurice with 584,000 down to 444.
And what's the average chip count, Mike?
Ooh, it's not up there, man.
No, just do the math.
Okay, give me like 3 hours. Well, let's just say Maurice is going in with 584. The 8th place right now, Billy Shear is going in with 67,000.
All right, so 30
Yeah.
something,
Yeah,
300,000 ish.
Yeah, I told you yesterday I'm not in the accounting department, Noah. We have 40 viewers right now. If you're liking this show right here,
Mash it.
mash it.
What does it call?
We should put a button. The button should say call on it, like I call.
I call. I like
Boom,
it.
And I hit it.
Yeah.
Now you're following the stream.
You're watching Table 67. That's what I'm calling this show now.
Yeah, he can't change the name of the show mid-show.
Quarter of a way, 3/4 of the way through the show, I changed the name
Right.
from the PBKC Stream to Table 67. I'm really hoping this takes off. I really do. Copyright 2021.
I like how there's 5 drinks on this table and they're literally all mine. This guy is like a camel.
This guy doesn't drink.
No.
He's a robot. Come on, Newman.
Newman.
Jimmy with the ace king.
Oh, yeah, I like him.
Check, check,
Just checking out. Come on.
check, and check.
Cornbread Ron. He says the audio seems a little low.
Which
Ronnie, you
side,
talking about
Ronnie?
the table, or you're going to talking about us, our annoying voices? The table or our annoying voices?
And the stream, please weigh in and let us
Yeah.
know. That's the first time we heard that. Might be user error. Not on our end.
I don't know. Cornbread, I think, would know how to use it.
Jimmy locks his pot up with ace king.
We got a bet.
Oh,
425.
oh, but Jimmy only has kings. He can't possibly. He can't. Jimmy can't possibly call
He
this.
says the commentary
Oh,
audio.
great play. All right, we'll crank us up moving forward. The table play.
They'll get ready to be more annoyed.
Yeah, feel free to get more annoyed. Yeah, let us know when it's good. So he made a great play. The only way he can win that hand is by firing out, and he takes it down. So that's a good move this late in the game.
Bet is a bluff. Everyone note that?
Jimmy laid it down.
All I know is
Jimbo slice.
He's gonna not like when he sees that one.
Yeah.
His aces were good.
Yeah. Jimmy should have made a feeler.
It would have
bet.
been a tough call. You got to put him on 2 pairs straight, but Jimmy
course.
lays down the best hand, and Donnell takes it.
One of the coolest things is when they can watch back at the live stream.
And
Man.
laugh at yourself and laugh at, you
man.
get that Monday morning quarterback. Not, Monday morning quarterback, I guess the NFL guys do it. They throw an interception, like, look, that guy was wide open.
course,
What did
yeah.
I do?
They keep second guessing themselves.
Right.
I mean, that's what's going to happen.
And then when you watch a film, you don't have to second guess anymore.
Of course.
Muscle though, is that not muscle?
I don't know what
Maybe it was the Alfredo.
maybe it was Alfredo and the toast and the.
So Donnell
It could be muscle.
recovering a little bit. Rose had a pretty good day. The other Mike, a little hit and run.
Yeah, he had a good day.
He
also.
cleaned up a little bit, had to get out of here. Oh, that's my phone. Oh, I got to go.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
That's the time to do it. He probably got that call like, okay, thanks.
You don't
for the
get that call when you're getting crushed.
Yeah.
That call doesn't come.
No.
Don't bother me. I'm playing
Hey, I'm
cards.
watching on the feed. I know it's 15 minutes behind. Get out of there.
Go, go, go.
Yeah.
Too late. You're 15 minutes too late.
Omaha Medical Center. The Omaha wing.
The Omaha wing, yeah. The Omaha wing. I sent you his CT.
So as we get to wrap up, Mike, so we're looking at schedule tomorrow. 200K guarantee is going to run here.
main event.
They're going to be down to 16 players or something, starting at noon. We're going to take it over maybe shortly after. Maybe we feature table it. We'll be coming on sometime between noon and 3.
Okay.
If Maurice has a ton of chips and he's pushing people around, we might be on a 12:01. Like when we get down to the final table, start up the stream. It should be fun. We're gonna have some, maybe a guest commentator.
We could have 5 or 6 different people on this show.
No, it's gonna be
saying
great.
that because, I'm drinking way more Mountain Dews than I've drank in a long time. I think that's the official drink of the broadcast team is Mountain Dew. The official food of the poker room is obviously chicken Caesar wraps.
Absolutely.
This poker room runs on chicken Caesar wraps and Mountain Dew.
Somebody's card. That card belongs to
Cornbread
somebody.
Ron is not leaving until Bruce plays a hand.
That card belongs
You're going
to
to be
somebody.
here a long time, Ron.
That dude
Sorry,
belongs to
Ron.
that card.
If you want to do that with Donnell, you can leave now.
Yeah.
Or the next hand.
Bruce is a dead seat. That's what Ari the Prof says.
I think if Donnell switched with Bruce and sat in his chair, I think Donnell will get way more creative with Bruce's hands than Bruce is.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Sometimes when we don't have cards, you just got to get creative.
That's it.
Again, we'd like to thank everybody for watching this afternoon. Please hit the follow, smash it. as
Tell
Mike
your
says.
friends, if you want to be on one of these live streams, come out, contact us. Next week, we should put a list together. We're going to do these live shows. The plan is Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, and obviously final tables. But the coolest thing about it, if you and your friends just want to get together, or you want to have some special charity tournament like we have going on tomorrow right here at PBKC in the second floor poker room, that's fine too. The live stream is for everyone. It's about the players. It's about everyone involved, and we'd like to thank everybody for watching this afternoon's action here. Again, we were watching 5-5 Pot-Limit Omaha. This is Rose's table that usually plays downstairs. We were going to see you tomorrow. We will let you know on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram about 30 minutes to an hour before we go live so we can give everybody some fair warning. I'm Mike Jameson. For my co-host, the living legend, the assistant general manager, the poker room director, Noah Carbone. Hope everybody has a great rest of your Saturday, and we'll see you tomorrow. Good night.
Let's talk about